Hey guys, I hope we are live and we are just going to get started here in just a minute. I have some special guests with me that are hunting today, and as soon as we get everybody in, we'll introduce everybody. Got to mute that. Sorry about that. And so we've got, I'm going to get links to everybody who's going to be joining us today so that we can share those on the channel too. So we're going to get that going. And we did start about 4 minutes early, so we'll give people time to get in. Hey, Chew is in the house. Good to see you. And we've got MLM Warriors here. And MLM, Michael, are you going to be coming up and hunting too? If you are, there is a link to come up and be backstage until we're ready to get going. And that's the link. We're going to go ahead and let me get the links to everybody's channels who are coming today, and we're going to share those to get started. And so first up, we've got Deadhead's Coins, and this is his channel. And we also are going to have Copper Owl Coins is joining us as well, and Starika. We're going to get these up here. And Matt from Copper Owl, can you post a link real quick or make a comment in chat so I can pick you up, okay? So here's Deadhead's Coins, first link. Pin that. Got Starika, second link. And Chew, did you get much snow over there? Because we got more. We got more coming tonight, I think. So it's really kind of crazy. Okay, so we got that one. Now, let me see if I can pin this here. So that's Starika. I got Deadhead's Coins is pinned at the top, and Copper Owl Coins. Hey, Matt from Copper Owl, can you put a link up or comment in chat real quick? If not, I'm going to have to pull you. Come on. I can look you up here. Copper Owl. Oh, I got one here. Hold on. Private chat. Hey, guys. Okay, so we're going to get going here in just a second, but I need to get Copper Owl's link up, and so we can get him shared. Anybody else who wants to come up, there's the link. And let me grab this real quick. Appreciate you guys being here. Okay, Copper Owl Coins has the @ Copper Owl Coins. It's super easy. So here's his link. Here we go. And then let's see, we're going to go ahead and add people one at a time. So here's Copper Owl Coins. Good to see you, Copper Owl, also known as Matt. And we're adding Deadhead's Coins, which is Lester. And we're adding Starika. There we go. And I'm also adding one more. There it is. This is my camera. And let me make sure it's not going to echo at me. Hold on. There we go. All right, is everybody in? And Starika, there, I unmuted you. Okay, everybody say hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
There we go. And then we're going to keep my extra coin thing muted. I can kind of hear something still. Let me see if I can mute one more thing. I almost think it is StreamYard making sounds. Yeah, let me see if I can do something here to make that. Yeah. All right, that's about as low as it gets. Can you guys hear me twice or just once?
I hear a little bit of an echo.
Okay, sorry about that. I might have to do
I think I
headset.
just hear you once.
I think it's the phone. It's the little phone is making extra sounds. So anyway, we're going to do this. If there's an issue, I could switch over and do my headset. So we could try this. And let me change my microphone volume thing. Hold on. Okay, so we do this. We do settings.
You're on the phone.
And we're going to switch over to speakers.
Like that. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I
I
think
can hear
that's
you.
going to get rid of the echo. And I just took you guys all on headset, so that'll work. All right. So I think we can get started, kind of just see how this all unfolds. And how would you guys like to get started? Would you guys like to start with quarters, or you want to start low to high?
No matter
No
to
difference
me.
to me.
All right. Well, let's do quarters. And in order to make this super fun and super fair, I'm going to actually randomize who gets to go. So we're gonna do something a little fun here. And what we'll do is we will, let's see here. I'm going to share screen.
Jeez.
No,
Again.
that's not
Yeah.
it. Hold on.
DGGUN.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure who I'm hearing. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll do a random name picker. And let's go with,
And I heard you.
we're going to magic 8-ball it. Whoever 8 balls first has to roll first. How's that sound?
Sounds
Works for
seemingly
me.
fair.
All right. So we got Matt, Lester, and yeah, or actually, let's do it like this. Let's do it by channel, because that's actually better for it. This is better for channel recognition, right?
Are you co-host?
And then we're going to see how this all works, but let's see, I think that's everyone. Oh, MLM is here. Hey, Michael. Okay, and let's put MLM Warrior on the list too. And this is awesome. Okay, is there anybody else in the basement we need to add? I think I've got everybody right now. And Michael, do you have your coins for today too? Hide coins. All right, we're going to start the name picker, see who gets to go first. What do you guys think?
Let's do it.
Luck of the draw.
What's that?
Luck of the draw.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Here we go. And it's Starika.
No.
So then what I'm going to do is we're going to hide the screen, and we're going to make Starika the highlight. First thing we're running is we're going to be doing quarters, and we're going to see what Starika's got in his bag of tricks. And then I'm going to keep notes as far as what each person gets, because we're going to collectively as a group figure out who has bragging rights on the best rolls for the day.
Well, we shall see.
All right.
They're going to go everywhere. Oh, they're all out anyway. Big mess. See what we got.
And we got Jonathan Wolf and is in the house too. Good to see you, Jonathan. I got you. We have people hanging out and see what we've got. And I'm going to go big screen.
big screen.
I want to see what you got.
I want to see what you got.
I'm not finding anything really so far.
Now, what are you looking for specifically?
Well, me, I just keep a lot of different stuff I save for the granddaughter. See if I can get anything to focus here. But I'll also look for, of course, the W mint mark or anything of that nature.
Oh, that's right. You got to look for those too. I forgot about those. Hey, Lyle Okamoto's in the house. Good to see you, Lyle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the pinned comment while we're hunting. So whoever's up will be the pinned comment at the same time. So we're going to do that. What's that? Is that a no? That's a
That was
D.
just a D. Yeah.
Which on the back? Which state is it?
It was, I can't think of what that one's called. You're going to have to forgive my craftsmanship or filming skills here.
It's that lady planting a tree. That's one of the state quarters, right?
I think it's America the Beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
this
okay.
is a state quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the Rockefeller.
Like it all.
I actually bought a book on coin errors and stuff, but I don't know where it went. It might be under some other stuff on my very messy desk. I'm just looking to see if it's under my day timer.
I'll just cheat if I have any.
Now, Starika, what
Ones
state
to-
are you located in?
I'm in Montana.
You're in Montana. And what bank did you go to get these?
Oh, I stopped by my mother's bank earlier today, and I cannot remember the name of it. But they were
Okay.
super nice. I asked the lady, I just told her I needed a roll of each, and if she could give me ones that weren't brand new. And she
Perfect.
kind of chuckled and said, I'll go check around. And she did, and she went and looked and found circulated rolls of everything for me. And I thought that was
Okay.
kind of nice.
Hey,
I'm
Tomek
sorry,
D
I'm
is here, and he asks which denomination goes first, and we're going high to low, so we're going with quarters, and then we're using the randomizer to pick who's up next as far as we're hunting. And right now we've got Starika's on deck, and he is his link to his channel is on top.
And right now, I'll just kind of run through them, and I'll save some of my save. I throw in a jar regardless for my DD, and I've got a huge jar to go through of different states, and like there's in Arizona.
I pick out coins that to guess the quarter game. I usually grab some of those. And then anything that's older than about a 1968, I throw in a jar of old coins. And it doesn't matter if it's quarters, nickels, dimes, anything older. Even if they're not silver, just because they're older, I kind of keep them.
There's a cruddy, real cruddy Tennessee one.
Now, are there only certain states that have a West Point mint that we should be looking at?
Yes, but as far as which ones, I know like back in I think it was 2017 they started making some that were general issue, like released into the public sort of thing, but and they run those all the quarters, I think. But I think there was less than like 1%, I want to say, of them were West Points.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of a rarity. I found a couple from the same bank here too.
Thanks,
And that's
MLM. I
fine.
actually have Teresa pinned at the bottom, but you're right. Let me pin them properly. Sorry. I have to do it on this one. So wait a minute. I start you, so you should be the pinned link. I think it just depends on when you come in.
I don't know anything about any of that stuff.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the links and I'll put them in the description of the thing at the end too, so that we have this for people who watch the replay. We'll have links to all your guys' channels. So we'll have those together. But let me see if I can do it this way. Hold on. Okay, I think the difference is pinned versus starred. So now I've got Starika's pinned.
So far, nothing other than just some regular quarters. A lot of nice steak quarters that I have a big jar of that I don't know what I'll do with them all, but
And just so everybody can see, we actually have MLM Warrior Michael, Deadhead's Coins, Copper Al, and Starika all on screen. So
here's one
we're
for
kind
you,
of
Will.
highlighting. Did you get South Dakota?
Yep, it's a South Dakota one.
The new one or the old one?
It's a steak quarter.
Right,
Yeah,
but there's two South Dakota ones. Is that okay? That's the original one with the flying, with the pheasant flying.
Yeah, that's a steak quarter. Do they have another one for like? Oh, you're talking about like the America the Beautiful, like the.
It must be from Mount Rushmore because there are two of them.
Yeah, I found one of them too.
Just now?
Yep, in this roll. If I can get it. I'm getting such a glare from that camera. Move stuff around, but yeah, I found one of those. A couple of South Dakotas. So those are going in my huge jar. There's a Maya Angelou.
Oh, nice.
So that I'll keep for the kids and all their humongous collection. A lot of steak quarters though. Washington crossing the Delaware. I'm having some errors on those coins, but
I think they made like more of those than anything because I keep finding those.
Yeah, me too. I find, yeah, there's another one. I bet I found 3 or 4 in this roll already. A lot of steak quarters though.
So what do you guys think? Do you think it's better to ask for hand-rolled coins that somebody bankrolled, or do you think it's better to ask for the ones that the Fed brought by? Because the Fed ones are still old coins. You know, they're still.
I guess it depends. Well, if somebody brought in a bunch of hand-wrapped rolls to the bank and they had them there, I would take those for sure. Because you never know what's in those. Most people do that, just roll up whatever they've got in the drawers or laying around or in an old bottle and take them to the bank. And there could be all kinds of treasure in there.
That's where I got those Ma and Pa rolls. They were like, apparently some old people had a whole bunch of coins they had in their hoarder house. And, you know, that's the one I found like 3 silver coins in there. So it was just amazing what kind of old stuff was in there, and a lot of coppers, or a lot of Not coppers. They were all copper, but a lot of them were wheat cents too. Just totally random.
Just totally random.
Yeah, they can find. There's all that stuff. There's still a lot of stuff out there. So
Hey, J Metal Detective's here. And so is Brad Welch and also Great Scott. Good to see you guys.
Well, I didn't find anything really shocking in the world in the quarters, but yeah, I found a bunch of cool ones to add to my big old jar of, I don't know, $400, $500 worth of quarters that I still got to search through on a rainy day.
Is the best coin you found today your Maya Angelou then?
I will keep that one. I would say probably that one or
And Great Scott says never
I
really
like
know
the
it could
I
be good
like
or
the
bad.
Ellis
Always take
Island
the hand
ones
rolls.
too.
Really? I get a bunch of those though. I mean, I
always
these
like
are
'em.
very popular.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
either that one, unless I've got a W on some of these I haven't put under the scope and really looked at closely yet, but I don't see any right offhand. No silver, no. But hey, got some keepers to add to the jar. Something for Dee Dee to look
Absolutely.
through.
That is
So yeah,
awesome. So what we're going to
most
do
of these
then?
quarters are not going back to the bank. So
Really? You wouldn't turn them in for more quarters?
I would say less than half of this roll will get turned back in,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll keep all the really good. They got a lot of odd states in here too. They don't see a lot of Kansas. There's a nice Oregon.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of Oregons. I don't ever hardly see Washington State either. Or maybe they don't have one. They must have one. Dwayne Norvell is here, and so is Talca Detector. And we are going to, I put down that your best two coins there was the Ellis Island and the Maya D'Angelo. And we're going to pull
That's
another
what I
name.
would say, yeah. The favorite, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to pull another name and see who's got another thing to come up. And Michael MLM, you've got coins, is that right? Or are you hanging out without coins? Because you're going to get your name picked if you're. Let's find out who's next. Oh, it's me.
It's me.
All right.
There we go.
Here goes. This is like
This
the
is
very
like the
first
very-
time I have.
It was my first time too, and I had to go first, so you'll be all right.
Okay, so
great.
now I have to make this the full screen. Let's see if I can do this.
Yes, I do have coins.
Awesome, because you're going to get pulled next. I know it. Okay, now I was kind of hoping all you guys would have to go before me, but let me do this. I'm going to
See how that works? That's what I was hoping to.
Okay, I'm going to go solo layout, and we're going to get my quarters out, and we're going to see what we can do. And I'm going to get off chat. I don't need the thing. We're going to see if this even works, because this is on my iPhone. And we're going to unpin here. And you guys are on my channel, so I don't think I need to pin me that I'm here. But the question is whether or not when I do this, if it's going to be too hard to see everything. Because they're all right here and they're really close. So you guys are getting the close-up view. Let me see if I can get a light on this too. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go through, and what are we looking for? We're looking for old, and that's not old. That is 90-something. I got one of your tree planting ladies here. Let's see if I can put this in front of there. I got one of your little tree planting dudes. So that's like a national parks one.
Yep. That one you want to check for a W.
Oh, do I have to check that for a W? Okay.
Yeah. That one should be 2020, and it'll either have a W. If it has a W, it'll also have a little V70 mark
it's
on
a
the
P.
left side. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's no good.
You never know,
This
though. You
one
never know.
is really dirty, and it's a 1990 really dirty. Nope. Now stop me if I'm cruising through these and I don't need. Okay, this is
Check that one for
2020.
a W.
So look for W. Okay. Was
Yep.
it only in 2020 that they did that? That one's a D.
No, I'm not sure when they started.
Okay.
It was 2019 and 2020. The 2020s would have the V70 privy mark on the left side, but the 2019s do not.
Okay, this is a Duck Voyager. It's a 2018, so that one's not going to be a W, right? There's no.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
I'm getting a really big reject pile right now, just so you know. New York 2001. You know, I'm looking at the sides. I don't see any silver, just saying. 96. And 2019. 2019, you said could be one.
Yeah, check that one for a W. I found 2 W's of that War in the Pacific.
That one looks like a D. So this is the War of the Pacific? That's
Yep.
kind of cool.
Or
I
War
don't
in
think
the
I've
Pacific.
seen that one. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one before. I'm going to keep that as maybe one of my best ones. Because I'm not seeing any barber quarters jump out at me, just saying.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, well, you never
Yeah.
know.
Hey,
You know, one of my friends over here got a silver quarter back at the gas station the other day. So you just never know.
yeah.
This one is, let's see. It's Ellis Islands or something islands. Apostle Islands, and it's upside down. That's why it makes it really hard to see. 2018. And then this one you said is a 2020, so look for the W. And this thing's weird. It looks like a tree spider, you know? I mean, it's just a really
Oh,
weird
that's
design.
the
Spider tree.
Saltwater Bay.
yeah. So I couldn't think of the darn name. It was just totally
one's-
escaping me.
Also a D. And then there's another one. I have a lot of these in this. So
There's a lot of those.
that one looks like a P. And they're all kind of super shiny, but I think that's just because they're new. I mean, they're not like special or anything. Let's see, what year is that? That one is 2013. That's not going to be. Now, is there anything I'm supposed to be looking for about double die error, whatever things?
If you see anything, and there's always there's so many different errors, and on every one of the state quarters, you could probably look up and find something to look for.
You know,
That was one that you wanted to look
hunting.
at W on.
Oh, this one? This one?
Yeah,
that's
the one that River of No Return one.
Oh, hold on. 2019, you're right. Okay.
Mhm.
And this one actually looks like one of Peter Max's drawings. He did this Better World that looks like that. This is a D. So not a W. I was going to say we were hunting in Florida with metal detecting Mike, and he found an error coin. And I thought that was really funny. It was some sort of double die. This is Texas, I think, with the... Or no, it's Montana. I got your coin.
Montana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I found yours and you found mine.
There you go. I like that. I never get that coin. That's why I didn't know what it was. I actually have a state book I'm trying to fill out still. So I'm going to set aside that one. I'm pretty sure I don't have it in there. And this one is 2019. So we want to look for the W. And it's a D, I think. We get mostly D's out here. And this is Massachusetts. Now, if you guys see any errors, you make sure you stop me quickly, right? I think this is just beat up. I don't think it's special. It's 2000 though. Yeah, this one is... Oh, this is kind of pretty. The 2016 John Brown Fort. That's
Yeah,
different.
I just found one of those in that roll I had too.
Ooh, here's my oldest coin so far is a 79. If I find, I think it's the Eddie Van Halen quarter is a 72 or 74. And that's one that I actually look for because they're worth like $5 on eBay.
Really?
Yeah, let me just look it up real quick. It's the Stratocaster quarter, the Frankenstrat. And let's see, here we go. Eddie Van Halen quarter. I'll tell you guys what we're looking for so that I know which one. It is the 1971D is what you're looking for that. And then that one is worth like $5 on eBay. Okay, this is the
There you
weird
go. You
one
got
where
a quarter.
Washington has the ugly hair. This is the one where
Mhm.
they really should like make this one go away because he's got like the man bun thing going on. Oh, but it's a Mayo D'Angelo. So I'll see your Mayo D'Angelo and I'll raise you War on the Pacific.
On the Maya Angelou one, you want to look at the beak of the bird.
Yeah, there's something in the bird to look for, like a cud or something. A couple different errors on that coin.
Yeah,
really?
looks like
Okay.
it'll look like a twig in the bird's beak. And then on her earring, kind of right there in the middle, there's also the chance that you'd find one with doubling on the earring. So it'll look like kind of two circles next to each other.
Okay. Well, I actually have a camera microscope thing. Let me just drop it under there real quick. And I'll show you what I'm doing because I was using just a hand flashlight, but I actually have this thing, the fancy. So we're looking at her. The beak looks normal. It doesn't look special. And then you said doubling where?
On her earring.
Earring.
Uh-oh.
I'm not seeing a double earring.
Uh-oh. Coins down.
Yep.
Oh no. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything special there unless you guys see something I don't.
No.
Okay. So, but I still have a Mayo Angelo. So I'm going to see your Mayo Angelo and raise your Mayo Angelo. And you know, this thing is actually better. It actually, you could see the coin so much better than on my silly little iPhone. So let me see if I can move this. And
Also on the 2022s, if you flip them over, there's Washington has a die break or a die cut on the corner of his mouth. It's called the Drooling George.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right, let's see if he's drooling. Can you guys see that okay if I'm doing it on the... You mean like the where his mouth is downturned?
Yeah, the corner of the
Yeah.
mouth. There's like a die cud.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
see
does
like a
that
little
look
blob
like
of
it?
metal.
Kind of a little bit. I don't know. Does that look like he's drooling compared to the other ones?
No,
I would
I don't
probably
see
say no.
No? Oh well. Okay, so this is interesting. We've got the ability to show the quarter down here, and then we can look through the high thing if we need to. That's just a 1980. That's not special. Although it is the year I would have graduated high school. We got another 79. Oh, wait. I have a 1971. This is an Eddie Van Halen if it's a D. And is the D on the back? No, it's not
No.
a D.
Would be on the front.
It would be on the front? Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is a
Right
plain.
there at the bottom of his ponytail.
Okay, this one is just a P, the plain. So this is almost an Eddie Van Halen, but it would need to be the D to be actually the right one. And what
Still
it
the best
was,
year ever.
yeah, why? Was that the year you were born or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, this thing is the Eddie Van Halen. He actually had a quarter drilled and put on his Frankenstrat. That's why it's there as being an Eddie Van Halen quarter. And what happens is people who do replications. Oh, I got that lady. This is the very first time I got her. This
Wilma
is
Man
Wilma.
Killer.
Okay.
Wilma Mankiller.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I had one of the gals that goes on my channel sometimes sent me one because I hadn't found one, and this is the first one found in the wild. So that's cool.
Nice.
And let's see if we've got. Looks like it's a D. Here, let me put it under the big microscope thing. So it's a 2022 D, and we're looking for Drooling George, and this guy's definitely not drooling. Is there anything else to look for on the Man Killer coin?
I want to
There
say yes, but I
maybe.
can't think of it.
Okay. Well, so far, I'm going to keep that one aside because that is the first one I found in the wild, so that's really cool. This is New Hampshire Old Man in the Mountain. And so he's not special. Let's see here. You know, it's funny how like Coin and Round stuff, when they go through and do their coins, they roll them in like 10 minutes. It's like boom, boom, boom. You know, they go through them so fast because they know exactly what they're looking for, right? And
Yeah,
we
you
did.
know what to look for.
We rolled through $500 in halves, and all we did is look for silvers and put them back in the box. It was just like we didn't no idea what we were doing. This is West Virginia, and I'm going to keep that because that'll be fun for a guess the quarter game. Nobody will ever guess West Virginia unless you were in this stream. Just saying. 94. That's not special. Let's see here. This is actually working better. I'm using the light from my special magnifying dealie and just holding the iPhone. North Dakota.
Yeah.
All right. I
There
got
you go.
closer to home. This is that crossing the Delaware one, and it's gooey. That's nice. This is not one we look for the. Do we look for West Point for this one?
Not West Point, but if it's Philadelphia, then you look at the top of his hat. There's some die cuts that can be found at in the top of his hat.
There'd be black hats. What?
Like a chip.
No, thered be die cuts or die chips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would that be like this thing right there? Do you see that? Would that be one?
I think it's on his up more on his brim of his hat, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean these two
There's
lines?
something like the something, but it'll be like a distinct.
That line and that line?
Yeah. It's more like a kind of a blob of metal that looks out of place. You know, instead of a clean line along the top of his hat, you'll see kind of like a rock sitting in his hat or something.
Okay. Well, this is a D anyway. It's not a P. So
Yeah.
there'd be that part. This is the spinning wheel lady.
You check this one for a W.
2019. Yep. Okay. See, you guys are awesome because you're teaching me so much. Nope, it's a D.
All
right.
Whoa.
And, I don't even know if I'm showing on screen right or if I'm just being evil and just randomly looking. Okay, this is 2016, so we don't care about that, right? Let's see here. This is an old state quarter. That's South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah, we don't care about that either. Let's see. We got the Wright brothers, which is, I think, Ohio.
North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know where the Wright brothers are either, but there you go. North Carolina. Okay. I got so close to an Eddie Van Halen quarter. I was going to be really happy. Just saying. Let's see here.
Yeah, North Carolina is my state.
Okay. So was that MLM talking just now, Michael?
Oh, Deadheads.
Oh, Deadheads. Okay.
Well, that's
So
right.
you
Deadheads
could
is
have
from
gone
North
to
Carolina.
you could have gone to the Slob Olympics.
Oh yeah, I didn't know nothing about it.
Okay. That's Arches. That's a national park. I got like 4
National
quarters
park.
left. I got that lady. The Amelia Earhart, I think.
Okay.
That's cool.
No, I think that's the.
Or
They fought wars.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's airmen. It's the Tuskegee Airmen. Okay, not a lady.
Tuskegee
My bad.
Airmen, yeah.
Okay, it's 2021 though, so let's see. Maybe we got a W. Nope, it's a D.
No W in 21. In 21.
Oh, no W's in 21?
No, just 19 and 20. 19 and 20.
Okay. All right, we're getting down to the last of them. We've got 1980. 19, I don't know what that is. It's oh, it's another one of those spider plants. And yeah, I just give them my own names.
It's easier that way. You remember them.
Yeah. Well, and then, Dwayne Norvell particularly likes spiders, so, I'm sure he wants the spider plant quarters. And that's in Arizona. All right, so I think my best one was the man killer lady because I'd never found one in the wild. And my second best coin was probably because I matched your other one. Let's see, where'd it go? It's the Mayo D'Angelo. So I'll see your Mayo D'Angelo and I raise you a Wilma man killer. That's the way it goes. All right. So what we're
Very
going to
good.
do is we're going to switch to everybody. And we're going to go to spin and see who's up next. And let's see here. I need to share screen. Oh, like that. Okay. Here we go. Magic 8 ball. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I already went. I said remove name. Unless I was supposed to do it the other way. Hold on. And it's MLM Warrior.
Okay, I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to do this because I don't have any fancy scope or anything. But I did get my roll, and I was the one that dropped my roll, and it did bust open. So we shall see.
No.
All right. Can you flip your camera around so that it can see down what you're looking at?
Can we go this way? Is that working?
No, well, I can kind of see your crotch, but okay.
There.
That's better.
There we go.
Okay.
So can we see the coin there?
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Okay, it's a D, I think, and it's a Tennessee. So next one is a 97. Let me pull some out in my hand. Let's see, next one is a 93. Next one is a P, and it's a Some Farms. Where's Farm?
What is that one?
Yeah.
Weir Farm. Yes. That one I think would be a W possibility.
What year is it?
Yeah. That's a 2019, I want to say. Weird Farms, the ones everybody calls the Bob Ross quarter.
You got a Bob Ross quarter? That's awesome. I have yet to find a Bob Ross quarter.
That one could be a W if that's a saltwater. Or...
Is the saltwater flats is that the one that is the spider plant one?
Yep.
Okay. So can I just put all these quarters back in the roll because I only like 2 of them?
Yeah, unless you want to save them.
I have a thing upstairs where we put quarters in as my son gets taller, and when he's all grown up, he'll have $200 and something worth of quarters. So these will go upstairs for his height thing because he keeps growing.
Oh, I ain't sticking no money in a jar for my son to grow, and he's darn near 6 foot tall already.
Yes, great, Scott. I do hear there is a little echo. I'm not sure why. You know, I picked up $100
Cookies.
in quarters the other day, and I was gonna save them for coin roll hunting here. And instead, I started opening one roll when I was at the table upstairs, and then next thing I know, I'd opened like 5 rolls, and then I was like, "Well, heck, I don't have the 10 rolls I wanted," so I opened the other 5 too. And,
Yeah.
and that was that. It
That
was
is
it was
Yeah,
called
they
a
not
go a
good.
lot
bug.
quicker.
Thanks,
Okay,
Next Scoop
Melon is
Adventures. Appreciate you being here.
Ah,
yeah.
I muted. So, what's a 2001 Delaware? Crossing the Delaware. Is that coming up on my?
2021.
Yes.
Is it Philly?
Yes.
For that one, you're gonna want look for those die cuts in the top of his hat.
Top of his hat.
Yep, on the back.
On the back.
It looks like there's a little blob of metal that looks out of place and kind of breaks up that line of the top of his hat. So,
Okay, I will have to check that out a little bit closer. I cannot tell.
Mhm.
The next one is a 2022 D, and it's got Awawa Wei Wong.
What
May
is it?
Wong.
And
It's an anime one.
Okay.
One
Turn
is
it
quarter.
around. Let's see it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've even seen that one.
Let me see. Oops. Ah, my screen went away. There we go. Do I have it
She's
upside
upside
down?
down.
Sorry.
That's really cool. I have not seen that one. Anna May
Mhm.
Wong. So who is she?
No clue.
Why did she get her
She
name
was
on a
a
quarter?
actress, and
Mhm.
Was she in like The
there's a
King and
lot
I
to
or
all of
something?
them. No, it was back, I want to say, in the 30s, 40s.
Huh. Okay.
The next one is a D, and it's a 2013. I'm not sure what that
Oh,
is.
yeah. It's Mount Rushmore.
Oh,
Yes.
that's the new Mount Rushmore.
America's a
That's
beautiful
cool.
cutter. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Next is an 86. 1986. No good. Next is a P, and it's a state quarter from 2018. It's a
Oh, that's the duck one. Yeah, okay. I just
Yep.
make up the
Yep.
names. I had one of those though.
Voyagers.
Yep. The 2022, another whatever the actress's name is.
You got 2 of them?
Anime one.
Yep, got 2 of them.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
1990 quarter.
Hmm.
That's in pretty good condition. So next is a 2019 P, and which one?
That's her again.
The Wilderness.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That's a W possibility.
Is
Yeah,
a
you
D.
can check that one for a W. It's a D.
Yep, D. Yep. Bicentennial D.
Oh, nice.
There we go. I always keep the
the drummer boy.
bicentennials.
Yeah, oops, I got him upside down. Yeah, so yeah, any state quarter or park quarter I will keep. A 2003 Lincoln, Illinois, excuse me. It's a D, and it's pretty shiny. So
And that one is in good shape.
yes, so that'll probably go in my book. Ooh, a New Hampshire P, and it's in pretty good condition, not beat up.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah. Oh, but
Couple
here's
of nice
1970. Go ahead.
There's a couple of nice ones right in a row there.
1974 is all
74.
beat up. And 1988. Is there anything special about that?
Not that I know
A P from that has Connecticut from 1999, which there's a dime a dozen of those. 2022 D, Tennessee. Oops. Let me turn that up. Who's this? Another 2022, and it's got a lady on it.
Different
Is that-
lady?
Sally
yeah,
Ride.
Sally Ride.
What is Sally Ride? You said?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, what bank did you go to get the coins?
I went to a bank called Key Bank here in Indiana.
Wow, you really, you have like amazing coins in your thing.
This one's a D, and it's kind of beat up. Let's see.
That's the Tuskegee Airmen.
Tuskegee Airmen.
Okay, that's the first one.
Or
I've got
Amelia
right there.
Earhart, depending on how you look at
Oh, you're giving me a hard time. Okay, fine.
it.
I always thought it was Amelia Earhart. I don't know.
Yeah. And I just saw the a little bit clips of the movie that sent from. And this one is a 2022, and I'm not sure what that one is.
That's Maya
That's for
D'Angelo.
Maya Angelou, yeah.
Okay, thank you. This is a P, and it's 2018 Port Isles.
So that's America the Beautiful then?
Yeah.
Yes. Another P. And this is Theodore Roosevelt. 84. A friend of mine collects 84. If you ever see Rockwell's in here, he collects 84s.
Why is that?
That's the year he got married.
Oh, okay. Rockwell's
And
isn't here.
Yeah. Huh? Hey, Rock. So 1983. Let's see. Another Massachusetts P. There's P. I'm sorry for my camera. Let's see.
See, I
This
kind
one-
of think they should have just stopped when they finished the state quarters. They should have just called it good.
Sure.
I don't
This
know what
one's
you
a
guys
P.
think, but
Yeah,
they just keep
and
coming up with new designs every year now.
a P from 2017. It's got 3 guys on it.
Ellis Island.
Oh, that's Ellis Island, yeah.
Okay. 1982. 2021 D, and it is the crossing of the Delaware.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I get like hundreds of those coins.
Yeah. P,
Yeah.
and this one's got the bat.
There's
Oh,
an
yeah,
error on
COVID
that one
quarter.
in the I, and I think you can check that one for W.
This one is a P. So
So look for the
You
error
have to
in the
find
eye.
that one in the
the error in the eye. So what can we see in the eyes? Okay, I will have to check that out later. Pennsylvania, it's a P. It's in pretty good shape too for being in Pennsylvania. Oops, got upside down. And the last one is a 2022, and it's the actress.
You got 3 anime wands? Wow.
You got
Yeah,
3
Now
of
look
them.
for the W on that one, the last one.
It was a P.
Okay. So you got a Bob Ross, 3 anime wongs, a Mount Rushmore, a Bicentennial, a Sally Ride, a Maya D'Angelo, Ellis Island, and a COVID quarter. Wow. That's amazing.
I'm impressed too. Yeah, a lot of those I haven't seen, and those will go in my collections. And some of the older ones, like this Philadelphia, on the Pennsylvania one, it's in good shape, and
Mhm.
Illinois, good shape.
Yeah, those are
Beautiful.
nice.
Yes.
Good job.
All
I,
I
right,
think
so
he's
far,
ahead so
I'd
far.
say Michael's winning. Just saying.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
also got the brick of nickels.
Oh, I said just bring one thing of nickels, not a brick.
Okay. What about some dollar coins?
Not today, but we'll definitely do them another time together. All right. But I have to find some dollar coins to match you, though.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna do is we're gonna switch back to screen. Oh,
And
look, he's
thank you,
got my.
Deegan.
You're welcome. That is amazing. I don't know how you guys are gonna beat that, but we're gonna go ahead and draw up. It's gonna be between Copper Owl and Deadheads.
It's
And
all
I
on
don't
you
have.
guys. It's
Yeah,
all
this
on you
is.
guys.
I don't have them removed right. Oh, Copper Owl's next. That works.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so
Go
we're gonna
Copper
switch
Owl.
up.
Good luck,
Yeah.
Copper Owl.
Copper Owl,
All
we're gonna
right.
go ahead and pull you on full screen here. There you go.
We'll have to see if these. I finally got the camera angle figured out. I'm on my cell phone and got like no good angles. So I don't have anything to really tip it up on. So using whatever I can find. Well, I got my coins, believe it or not, from the hotel lobby where I'm staying out in California today.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And it's actually a little backstory on that. This is the same hotel that during COVID, and I just started getting into doing coin roll hunting. I bought a roll of quarters, and about the fifth one in was a silver quarter.
Nice.
And so I traded that roll of quarters in for 5 rolls of dime, or 5 rolls of nickels, and I found my first war nickel.
And this was all at the hotel?
Yep.
That's just
It was
crazy.
This
pretty
is lucky
amazing.
hotel.
Yeah.
There wasn't much to do during COVID. So let's see. I don't know if I can zoom in here a little bit and get a better view of this, but
I can't really tell
I
which it
got a
is.
Nevada
I see
one here.
2004.
Sorry about the lighting. It's kind of terrible.
That's okay. I was shining a
Make it
flashlight
so
on my
glaring.
thing.
Okay. And here's a Fossil Islands. I need to check my settings here and see. I think my audio went out.
I hear you.
Yeah, you sound good.
We can make that. Yeah, okay. And let's see. Next one is going to be an Anime Wong.
Oh, nice.
Well, not too bad. I'll definitely be keeping that one because that's one of them that I don't have a full roll of yet. And this is the Chickasha National Park one. And here's the Saratoga. And found one of the Tuskegee Airmen.
Or Amelia Earhart's, depending on how you look
Or
at it.
Amelia Earhart. From now on, for every time I see one of them, I'm not going to be able to think of anything else.
You're welcome.
Well, well, being from Kansas, I'll take that. There's another Anime Wong.
Holy cow, you guys are cleaning up.
Yeah, she's the lady tonight. Peace.
Yeah. And here's a Wilma man killer.
Oh my. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've beat my Wilma man killer with 2 anime Wongs, but you're still neck and neck with Michael because he's got 3 anime Wongs and a Bob
Yeah.
Ross.
And here's a Maya Angelou. And I don't have a on-camera microscope, but I will take a look at it here real quick with my little pocket scope. I don't see any twig or doubling on that one, but I will set it aside. And
Now, where were
let's
you
see.
looking for the twig on? Because I thought with her you were looking for the beak and the earring.
The beak would be in the or the twig would be in the beak.
Oh, okay.
So it would
All
it would kind of look like a stick in the mouth or in the beak of the bird. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep. So here's the Harper's Ferry. And that one, sometimes there can be a little bit of an error up here in the tower, and it looks like I've heard some people describe it as like a gargoyle or something like that.
Not a shooter, not a sniper in the tower.
Not a shooter. Nope. No sniper tower. So let's see. There's a kind of an old 85. And here's the oldest one so far, a 67.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Not quite old enough to be silver, but that's okay.
I do keep them though. 65s are listed on coin on the coin value site as being worth $1 for no reason, and I don't know why they, just because they're the first year that weren't silver, I don't know why they'd be worth $1. But
yeah,
that's
well,
what they're always listed as. So I always keep the ones that are 60 anythings.
Yeah. Well, in 65, and I think a few in 66, you want to weigh those to make sure they didn't have a silver planchet by mistake.
Silver planchet, yeah. Check
So
them.
how much would they weigh
The
different?
edges.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what the quarter's supposed to weigh. I know a lot of numbers. I don't know that one off the top of my head. I usually have one of those Strike It Rich books that have that information in there, and I can reference that. So,
well, and I bought that book. I just don't know where it is right now because I'm.
That's what the
interweb
interweb is for.
Yeah. Here's a home state one for me. That's a Kansas buffalo on the back.
Nice. No, but you're in California right now, aren't you?
I'm in California for work. Yes.
How's that out there? How are things?
They're kind of dealing with a lot of rain and snowfall that's causing some problems out here. It was really windy yesterday.
I saw they were having flooding and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not seeing any near me, but you can definitely tell the ground is soft.
Mm-hmm. Are you detecting through out there?
No. I really haven't started doing any kind of detecting.
Well, out by where you're at, there's a place called Summersville Road. It's on the way to, like if you're driving towards, I think it's Pleasanton. You're going over, I don't know what that road is. Summersville Road on the left-hand side, there's an old ghost town that they used to have 7 different nationalities working an old mining camp there. And we excavated it as a part of the UC Berkeley archaeology group back in the day. But I have no idea. It's an old farm field. I have no idea who owns it now, but I'd love to go back there with a metal detector because I'm sure that there's things there that people, we were only assigned 3 by 3 foot plots to scrape dirt away from very slowly.
Ooh, is that one a W?
I will be checking that one. That one, I love the back or the reverse design on this one. That's a San Antonio Missions, and yeah, you can get that one in a 5-ounce version too, but that one is just a Denver, unfortunately.
I have one of those that's a W, actually. Yeah, a friend of mine gave it to me.
I found one time, but it was not in great shape, which was a little sad. But there's a 98, and here's a, let's see, Arkansas.
Nice.
So you can always find a diamond on the Arkansas one.
Now, is that
But that-
where is Arkansas where they have that diamond mine where you can go hunt loose diamonds?
Yep.
As I want to go there someday. I think that would be really fun.
There's your spider plant. And that one is a Denver. And we've got ducks on the pond here with the Voyager one. New Hampshire. State quarter. A little bit of a dry spell, not really finding much here. But here's kind of a cool one, Fort Moultrie.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What year is
Yep.
that one?
That's 2016.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, that one's actually in pretty nice shape. I'd probably consider that one for my book if I had my book near me. So I may hang on to that one. Well, it looks like I will have a chance at another W here with a home state quarter. That's the Tallgrass Prairie.
Yeah.
It's got the butterfly on it.
Oh, so the butterfly one could be a W?
Yeah. Yep. And that one's from Kansas.
Okay.
And that one, no, it's Denver. But I like that design. There's a bicentennial Denver.
Oh,
Got a
nice.
drummer boy. Nothing really wrong with that one, but not in good enough shape to where I would keep it. I've got enough of those to where I'm now picky.
Uh-huh.
So there's another Salt River Bay.
Spider plant.
Yeah. That's a Denver.
Well, I'm writing down the good ones he's got, and so far I've written down Wilma Mankiller, and I've written down Butterfly, Bicentennial, Anime Wong, and I can't read my own writing because it looks like it says Mama Pajama, but I think it's Maya D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I swear, looking
be
at it,
my
looks like
guess.
Mama Pajama. So
Nope. Got a third Kansas one, second state quarter one.
now, do you
And
keep all your Kansas ones?
Not necessarily. A lot of them I get are in kind of crummy shape, but if I find them in nice shape, I will hold on to them. And if they're from Philadelphia, this is the one where you might have heard of the "In God We Rest" error. The first T in the word trust, right about where my finger's at. If it's Philadelphia minted, you want to look for that. And under magnification, you'll see how the strike on the rest of the word trust is normal.
Okay.
For the RUS and S and T, but the leading T has a really weak strike on it, and almost on some of them, if it's
Almost not
really
there,
weak,
yeah.
it's almost not there. You can kind of see where the imprint's at, but nothing raised on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one that you always want to look for.
Interesting. Okay.
And there's another
I'm
Maya
taking
Angelou.
copious notes while you're going. You know that, right?
Yeah. Another Maya Angelou.
Okay.
We'll take a look at that one to see if it's got the no twig in the bird's beak and no doubling on the earring. And I'm not seeing any kind of drooling George on that one. But that does make two of those. There's a Washington crossing the Delaware. Yeah, that's a Denver, so nothing to really look at on that one. There's America Samoa 2019. That one can maybe have a W on it, but it does not. And another Harper's Ferry. Kind of a cool design. It's a really detailed building. But no gargoyle or sniper in that one. Another spider plant. And no W on that one. I got about 6 more or so. That's a really chewed up 97. And one of my personal favorites, the Hawaii volcano.
Yeah, that one is nice.
What
Yep,
year is that one?
that's a 2012.
I don't think I've
That's
ever seen the
America the
Hawaii one
Beautiful.
either. Okay.
Yeah. They're really cool if you can get them in great shape. They won't look like they're really highly mirrored or just shiny because of all the ash that they put the detail on in the fields from the volcano erupting. But when you find one that's really nice, it really stands out too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. This one is another spider plant.
So, Tomek, are you still hearing the echoing? Because I just threw my phone onto the charger, and I think that might have been the echoing.
There's one for Sturika, is it? That from Montana?
Yep, Montana.
Cool. And one for Michigan. Nothing too much to look at on that one. And one for South Dakota.
Oh, awesome. You know, I found one that somebody had laser cut that out and turned it into a pendant. And I found it metal detecting with the
That's kind of
Mount
cool.
Rushmore.
Yeah. Another Washington crossing the Delaware. But it is a Denver, so nothing more to look at there. And West Virginia. Nothing too much on that one. And let's see, which one's this? This one is the Great Sand Dunes in Colorado. And that is going to finish me out on quarters.
All right. So what we're going to do is Deadhead's Coins is our last quarter contestant. So we're going to bring him straight up. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. Let's go ahead and get you up here. I have to switch out the layout. And
hey, Diggin,
and
I might need to drop off, but I will come back in if there's you might have to drop a link or something when I come back into the chat to rejoin you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Just let
I
me
got
know
a
when
phone.
you're ready to come back up.
Yeah, I got a phone call when MLM was doing his, and it's my dad, so I need to kind of touch base with him.
All right. That sounds
All
good.
right.
Thanks for letting me
All
know.
right, I'll be right back.
Okay. And let's get you on full screen here.
I'm learning a lot. This is great.
Yeah, me too. And I actually killed my other connection, so I'm going to remove that one from the stream. It's actually, yeah, I don't know. I actually could try to go back on with a different phone. Let's see. I'm going to kick that one off. I can go on with a different phone, but that one was losing battery power. And that was the thing that was echoing, I think, too. So
Your phone microphone, you have to go in and shut them off internally.
well, I
guess.
did. I muted it, and I also had it on. The speaker was on mute, and it was still like talking very quietly. So yeah, I just basically I shut it down and stuck it on the charger because it was losing power.
Does anybody have a recommendation on a scope for a PC?
Well, you know, I got this one from Amazon, and I'll send you the link to it. Just email me. It works great. The only thing is, it actually films stuff, and it recharges. If I leave it on the whole time, we would lose the power on it before we finished a 2-hour stream. That's the only thing. So I turned it on and off. I don't know how to hook it up to my computer, so I actually have it just sitting here right next to it. But
Okay.
I'm not sure how to hook it up. It does record the stuff as you go, but I don't see like a HDMI out or anything like that.
There
I'll
are
have to
so many
look at
out on
that.
the market, though. I mean, I just got one too, and I didn't pay 80 some bucks for it, and it's got everything and more than I will ever use it.
The thing
Okay.
is, if I can somehow stream it to my monitor, I could then share screen on the monitor in order to use it as an input. But right now, it's just standalone.
And that's what I did when I got mine, because I wanted to have something for when I go live and do coin roll hunting or show and tells or whatever. Then I can show it on scope.
So how did you hook it up to the monitor? Was it HDMI out?
Yeah, it's just got a plug it in that you can choose because it's got an on-screen. Yeah, it's a lot like that kind of style there. Yeah, it's got little screens and you can tilt it and see everything. Them works sweet.
See, and I have that's what I have. It just doesn't appear to have the connectivity for that. And maybe I'll have to look at the Amazon listing and see if I just have one that doesn't have the capability or if I'm too dumb to figure out how to do it. So I have no idea. But I mean, I was going old school by holding out my phone at the same time.
Here I got Denver crossing to Delaware, and for me being in the East Coast, mine are mostly Philadelphia, but the Denvers that I do find are highly shiny, and usually I keep the Denvers, but all the Philadelphias usually are more arid than the Denvers. But there are some things that I do look for because I find a lot of errors like the San Antonio. I find errors like in the small details sometimes if they're
Mhm.
Philadelphia. But I go through my rolls really fast, and I just pull out the ones that I could scope, and then I kind of look at them. Like the 2008s, the 2009s, I keep them all. Like that's the Puerto Rico, um, the territories, or not yeah, the DC, um, Virgin Islands, Canary Islands, and I keep all those. Then like this one here, it being a 2008, it looks really good, so I keep them, and I upgrade my albums, and then I'll throw them into a tube, and I'll just keep them for if somebody else needs them.
Mhm.
But
Well, that's
yeah,
cool.
I me being on the East Coast, I also, like I said, they're mostly aired. If anybody's looking for some rules, I can send them. Yeah, it is.
So I
Hard to
just
find.
looked up my microscope, and it does show that it's Windows compatible. So apparently there is a way to hook it to the computer. I just am too dumb to figure it out. I'll have to figure that out later.
Did it have a cord in the box?
Oh, yeah, I think it's one of those common. Okay, it says it's a USB cable. I probably just
I
threw
was
the
gonna,
USB
I
cables.
was gonna say it's probably just a common USB cable. Just plug that into the unit and plug it into your computer, and it'll work like
It,
magic.
will it just pop up as another monitor then?
Yeah, that's how it did for me anyway. When I because I can go on
Hmm.
to YouTube and StreamYards and switch between my webcam or my computer cam or the camera for my scope.
Cool. I'm going to go upstairs real quick and I'm going to grab a cable. I'll be right back. You guys keep hunting. All right.
Yeah, deadheads will find something good.
No, I didn't find anything good at all. I went through my roll. I wound up with a whole bunch of the pre pre state quarters, and there wasn't a whole lot to speak about. But I'm personally I'm only keeping 4 coins out of that roll. I'm keeping the Hawaii because for being a 2008, it looks really good, and it will probably upgrade my album. I got a Sally Ride. Um, uh, I'll keep it. The San Antonio, it looks really
Yeah.
good too. I'll keep it. But that's the only 4 that I'm keeping.
That ain't bad.
No, it's not. You get a chance. I know Diggin was talking about a scale. The scale I got from a coin show. It was like $14. And you can also get them at tobacco stores or the vape stores. You can get them
Yeah.
pretty cheap, under $20. But I think she was mentioning she was looking to see what a quarter would weigh. Grain. Grams. Yeah, quarter weighs 5.66, somewhere around there. Grams. So I'm not sure what
And
it's. I
that
don't have a
was
silver with
a
me.
newer quarter, right?
Yeah, that's the post 65 and newer. They all weigh about they're all the same. 64 and
Yeah.
older, the silver ones. I'm not quite sure what they weigh. But yeah, you can get the red book. You could check it in the red book, and I'm sure it would.
Oh yeah, I bet that'll
have
tell
that.
you.
Yeah, it's one of the things that when I coin roll hunt, I always have a red book handy. I got my scale, my scope, and I'll sit down and I'll look for hours, and it consumes my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have sadly looked through pennies for like a whole day at one point and thought, what have I just done?
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I enjoyed. It's very soothing. I had PTSD when I got injured in the military, and one of my, I guess, therapy is just going through coins, and I'd turn some music on, or my favorite pastime is watching other coin roll hunters look, and then I'll be searching through them too. So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
kind of lurk in the background. But that's
Yes.
where I learned all my information. Yeah, the silver's 6.25 grams. And
Yeah,
then
I got my scale off of Amazon for like $10.
yeah, and they're very reliable.
Yes.
But the 1982 penny you have to weigh, because 82 was that split year, so you had the zinc and then you had the copper. So you got to check that. But like the 1965 quarter, they have the transitional error. In other words, they could have a silver planchet on a 65, so you'd have to weigh it to find out the difference.
So wait a minute. I thought 1983 pennies were still copper.
No,
No.
82 and older.
Oh crap! I'm gonna have to go through my bucket of copper pennies and get
You
rid of
got
all
a
the
drawer full of
83s.
83s.
I do.
Oh, yeah, don't get rid of them, Diggin. You'd have to weigh them, because that's the transitional year. You may find the 1983 weighing and being copper. They're worth a lot more, but it's like a 1 in a million.
No, wait a minute. I thought you said the 82 was the transitional year, and there you have to weigh the 82s.
82 was the transitional year where they split, but
Okay.
83 being it all went zinc.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
in
something,
'82
So-
they came out with 7 different varieties of pennies.
Yes.
what? Okay.
There's the penny.
Yeah.
There's the copper and the zinc. There's the P and the D, and there's a small date or a large date.
Okay. And so the 82, you should look at all the different kinds of pennies.
Yes.
Okay.
82 pennies I always throw in a bucket, but I was at work. I was connected up with a coin collector, or a penny collector, and he had all 7 pennies, and so he was honored to. I was honored to receive all 7 pennies from him.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh,
That's
nice.
very cool. All right. So I plugged in the camera thing, and it says it's an extra camera. However, StreamYard is being evil and says I can't look at it as a
You can't
camera
use a
unless I
second
pay to
camera like that on
upgrade.
StreamYards, but
Uh-huh.
you can share screen it.
Well, see, and that's what I was hoping to do is share screen.
Yeah, that's what I was doing the other day. That's what somebody showed me.
Someone probably has a YouTube video on that.
Okay, let's see. It's
No,
not
it's
giving me an
in,
option that it's a share screen though. So how did you get to it?
it's under, what is it? It's under present. You have to go to present. And then from present, you share screen.
Yep, you do present
then-
share screen, but it doesn't come up as an option.
And it
Hmm.
might be that if you might have to have it plugged in before you go into StreamYard too.
Oh, yeah, I bet that's what it is. It doesn't recognize it because you started the stream before.
Yeah, it just says PC camera.
Yeah.
But if I could somehow look at it like using the like if I could go to the IP address of the camera on my on a browser, then I should be able to see it, right?
Yeah, you could share it from an open browser like that.
Okay,
Somehow.
well, it says you can.
That sounds complicated. If I can't just plug it
Yeah.
in and the box does pop up, say, press here to do this.
Well, see, I think because it says you could see it on a big screen now. So then all I have to do is actually go to it somehow. Let me see here. Because it did pop in and it said I connected it. So I don't know. All right, maybe
on another stream sometime,
Yeah, I think maybe I'm going to have to do that differently and not do it, not subject you guys to it while we're on here,
It's okay.
since that's just evil. Kind of weird though, because it's saying I could share window, and my Windows is only giving me 3 Chrome windows and my sticky notes. That's not helpful. Let's see here. We'll do one more thing because we can close that. I'm just looking at my controls that gave me anything. I go in and put in camera.
So did you keep score, Diggin?
I do have, actually, I did not catch what Deadheads thought was his best one because he kind of went through and said I didn't get anything.
He got 4.
Maybe on
Okay.
4 good ones.
What were they?
San Antonio, the Hawaii state, and then I got a Dr. Sally ride and a crossing of Delaware.
Okay. And so I would say, well, we all kind of got crossing the Delawares. There's like a bazillion of those printed. But
Yes.
I have to say it's between Copper L and MLM. And because I only got a Wilma Mankiller and a Maya D'Angelo. Those are my top best. Dorica, Ellis Island, Maya D'Angelo. But okay, so you guys if you guys look, have to like tell me who it is you think wins. And it's between Michael got Bob Ross, 3 Anime Wongs, a Mount Rushmore, a Bicentennial, Sally Ride, Maya D'Angelo, Ellis Island, and a COVID quarter. Copper Owl got 2 Anime Wongs, Wilma Mankiller, 2 Maya D'Angelos, a Bicentennial, a Butterfly, and a Hawaiian Volcano.
As my wife says, it's very subjective.
Yeah, that's actually I think if I had to pick who won, I would say it would be Michael because he got the Bob Ross and he got one more Anime Wong, and he still had the Bicentennial. The Hawaii Volcano kind of flushes with the Mount Rushmore, and the COVID quarter he has that over. Yeah, that's a really tough one because Copperell got a Wilma Man killer, but then you have to look at that versus a COVID quarter. I'd pick the COVID quarter. So, what do you guys think? Show of hands.
Boy, it's a close one, but I would have to say Mike.
And I go by
Yeah.
Michael.
I
Sorry.
think it's Michael.
Yeah.
I think
I'd
Michael
have to
won
say
that round,
Copperell
and we're
coins.
gonna. What's that? You think Copperell coins won that one?
The butterfly has to rule. That's just me being facetious. The butterfly.
But he got the butterfly, but then Michael got the COVID quarter and Sally Ride, and he
Right,
had
right.
he had the new Mount Rushmore. So I kind of think they both had a bicentennial. But even if you go just on the number of coins, I have 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He got 10 good ones out of 40 or 25% hit. And Copper
And actually, I
got
think I
2,
had 39 because I dropped
4,
one.
6, 7, 8. You better go pick that one up. It might be a silver quarter. No, I'm sorry.
It might
Yeah.
be. And I've looked all over around here and I can't find where it's on the floor or anything. So I was like,
Oh, it was a West Point for sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It's
so
rolled into
now
a crack.
I went and I changed. Look at this. You guys will love this. I opened my camera app and now I've got the camera.
Yay!
There you go.
And the only thing is that we can't I was thinking that if you guys wanted, we could either do one at a time again and do another let's roll dimes, and then when we get down to the nickels, I thought we could all hunt together. Or just we could do is we could all hunt together, and just as we have things to show, I can change the view on what we have to show. So I think maybe, what do you guys think about, well, maybe pull the dimes and all of us hunt them together, and then we pull our best finds and then we compare them head to head.
That sounds good.
Does that sound good? Because
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
thinking from the standpoint of keeping it interesting, and also from the standpoint of how well would this work. Like my husband and I, when we were hunting around the table, we were both ripping open rolls at the same time and then comparing what we found. You know what I mean? And it would be like, everybody keep their mics on, and you can sit there and talk in and go, "Oh, I found this, I found that," and it was kind of more interactive, I think. So.
Sure.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and all hunt we can all
Dimes.
hunt the dimes together. And I'm going to have a little bit of a benefit because mine's on the big screen. And the reason for that is just because I don't know how to, I killed the other camera. So this
First
is.
one I got was a 2022P for me.
Okay, how do I focus this stupid thing? Wait a minute. A
Yeah,
2024,
there's not
you
much in
said?
the dimes.
A 2022. I'm sorry, 2022.
I got a 1974 Eddie Van Halen dime. No, it's not an Eddie Van Halen dime. They didn't have
I was
that.
gonna say, how many years does Eddie Van Halen have?
I was just making that up. Sorry. I can't figure out how to make this thing. I think I have to get closer into it. Let me just adjust this so we can actually see it. Oh, look at that. That helps. Hey, I never knew dimes had JS underneath them. Or J5. That's kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
they're the only coinage that hasn't been altered yet. They do have a W on the dime, but they haven't changed the design of the odd verse or the reverse.
So why do they say JS down there? And is it just
That's
me, or
the
does that look
engraver's
really
initials.
squishy? The whole, like, this whole dime looks very squishy. We're gonna keep my squishy dime.
Keep it.
So is there anything we're looking for as far as errors on the dimes?
2022 has a bunch of errors on the odd verse and the reverse. There's a bunch of, if you look inside like his skull area, there's a whole bunch of die cracks and die chips. Then you can flip it over, then you'll see a whole bunch in the torch. but they're
Okay.
I think dominantly on the Philadelphia Mint.
Okay, so on this one, if you look right by where it says America, does that where you can see the E and the R have like a little shadow, are those at all relevant, or is that just
That it's kind of hard for me to tell from here, but it like doubling. But you got to watch between the machine doubling and then the actual doubling.
uh-huh.
Machine doubling's like a double stamp, and it kind of squares, it kind of shelves. But actual doubling of the die, it will follow the coin. If you turn the coin clockwise or counterclockwise, you can follow the doubling.
Okay.
Here I have the 22 up on my. I
I'm
took a
going to grow
picture.
you. Okay.
And this is the 22p. Is that anything?
So is
Yeah,
it the P, the one that you're looking for errors on?
yes.
Okay. So mine was a D, so it's not even relevant. Okay.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to see without the magnification's not really there, but you'll see
Okay.
die chips and cracks. It looks
Okay.
like he's been shot in the head.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be better if that was a Abe Lincoln that was shot in the head?
Oh yeah. Well, I found a bunch of pennies that had the die crack through the skull, but they
Uh-huh.
like the speared bison. It's the speared Abe Lincoln.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And there's another 22p.
Right now, I'm just cheating. I'm looking at all my edges to see if I have a silver dime out of this. Because
That's
I want
skippy.
the easy win, because you guys were kicking my butt earlier on the quarters.
I went first and had some good stuff for me, but nothing
We're gonna go back
really
on all screen.
fantastic. Nothing like Mike there, Jace.
I'm gonna stick us on
Every
all
other
screen
quarter for
unless I
him was
see something
anime.
fantastic. Because the dimes are kind of boring because they're just all dimes. There's no extra
There's not a lot of.
designs to find or anything like that.
I don't know anything about dimes, so I'm sure there's. Ooh, there's a 1967 dime. That's close.
I did find two 22s that's a P and a D for my book.
Cool. Got a 1990p. The interesting thing is the lettering on this stuff gets really squished down after they get a little older. You can see that on it's a 2021.
I know that happened to me too.
I kind of think that this is just the shadows of the camera. And Tomek says it's envy is mechanical doubling. I got no silver coins. How about you guys?
No silver. I don't
Okay.
think I have any silver.
I have, this one's really shiny because it's a 2022D. That's why. You said
Another 22D.
You said the D's are not, you don't worry about them. They're the P's are the ones you want. And we're next to Colorado, so we get a lot of Denver Mint stuff.
Well, yeah, it's not uncommon it's just, yeah, I guess you'd say it is uncommon, but the Denver, if you do find errors on Denver's, they're worth a lot more money.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guys in Philly have been slacking for years. No, I don't know why Philly is so much. There's another 1960 something.
So I think these coins just get a little nicked up when they get older.
Oh.
So what I didn't know is bicentennial quarters come in silver, but I bought half a roll of silver bicentennial quarters off of eBay because I thought they would be fun for giveaways and stuff. And I don't know, they must have been proofs or something. I'm kind of keeping an eye
That's
out.
as close as I'm going to come, I think. 1965.
You got 65?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So far, I got a 65 and a 67.
Well, see,
The
65
2022
is
date.
one of the things in metal detecting. That's a, you know, when you get 65, that's like, you know, you're so close to actually
Good
having
tone.
silver. Is it 84? If I find a 2009, I'll keep it for my son because it's his birth year.
2009 is also low mintage, so they are worth a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. I do keep his birth year ones. I usually give him those coins to save.
Yeah, I keep all my kids' birth years and grandkids' birth years. Probably why I have so many coins.
You know, I was gonna do is throw a couple silver quarters in his height thing. It's a thing that hangs on the wall, shows how tall he's getting, and so you put them in, and you know you kind of fill them up as you go, and as he gets taller, more money goes in. I was gonna hide a few silver quarters in there just for fun, and he had it over at his dad's house, and apparently his dad felt compelled to break into it to go buy cigarettes one time, and he emptied it. And I'm like,
Oh.
that's just, I mean, I'm sorry, but that was just bad. You know, hey, let's party like it's 1999. Kind of 1999. Oh, you guys can't see it though. I don't have it on screen. Hold on.
Yeah.
I have to share this one real quick. Hold on, let me. Party like it's 1999 in Philadelphia. That's the best coin I've gotten so far. We're going to go back on screen. Okay, but I'm putting that in my save pile because that was kind of cool. Nobody parties like it's 2012. That's not the same. Okay, so I don't know if Rocklaw's still here, but I found a 1984. Okay, these dimes are exceedingly boring, I have to say.
I'm sure
I
there's
don't
things
know.
to look for, but I just don't know.
Dead Ends Coins have been looking at the same one for like 10 minutes, so I think he died on
Yeah,
camera.
I'm done
know what
already,
he's
but
doing.
I got two that I want to show y'all as far as errors.
Okay, let's grow you. Hold on. What am I looking at?
Okay, this is a 2021P.
Okay.
Right off the bat, right, you can see right here. That's a like a die chip.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I do have other ones. It's just scattered throughout the whole skull. There's 6 or 7 of them, and it looks like buckshot in the head. That's that one. Then on the reverse, down here on the bottom of the torch.
Uh-huh.
See if I could. Right up in here, you can see another die chip. Right on the bottom of the torch.
So it's got like a little niblet on the chip.
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay.
Normally, you could find like the acorns. You can find those distorted. Also, when they say full band designation, that's the lines coming down through. These ones are pretty clean as far as lines go. But I've seen a lot of, in Philadelphia, a lot of the die chips and stuff in the maple leaves. And then I can't remember what shrub this is, the shrubbery. But
it's like a sage, I think. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of errors in that. But yeah, that one. Then this one here, it's just got a tone to it. It's a dirty coin. I keep dirty coins, but it's kind of got like a rainbow coloring to it.
Uh-huh.
And I got a whole stack of them, and eventually I'll put them all in an album. But um, I just like the coloring of them. And that one's a 2016p, but nothing fancy other than the coloring on it.
Okay. So that one's just a dirty, dirty coin, is what you're telling me?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh,
I
you can
like
tell
it.
it. Yeah, okay. I see it. I see it when you compare it to the next one. Now, what do you got going on your board right there? What is that about?
Well, it's my homemade penny searching board. Um,
Okay.
I, I, I don't know, me being cheap, but I don't know, I'm thrifty, so I made my own. Like, we'll say Rob finds treasure, and there's a bunch of other people that have their own search mat.
Okay.
Mine just it's set up that because I'm also left-handed, so I set it up that when I search pennies, I have specific years that I start stacking the pennies in, and
Okay.
they're all like the errors and what I'm looking for.
All right. So what is the purpose exactly of a search mat? It's just you segregate everything right up front?
Well, it's just a clean area that you can stack stuff on. Then it has like information on what you're looking for.
Okay.
I I took mine. What I did is I got poster board from Walmart, and then I
Uh-huh.
took sharpies and uh, rulers, and I kind of matted everything out, and then I cut it to fit. And then I took it and I got it laminated at Staples.
Oh, okay.
But
Nice.
unfortunately, my cat's been chewing on it, so I mean, I'll have to get another one. But for under $10, I got a penny searching mat.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't aware that there was such a thing. So that's really interesting that
yeah,
you have. And I know when we were searching those 50-cent pieces, my husband then lined them all up. So he lined them up by year and had them all segregated and stuff. But unfortunately, he never looked for errors in them. We just looked for silvers and then put them back in the box. So we're still having to go through those again to look for errors. That's
yeah.
the
There's a couple errors, but um, usually they're Philadelphia, but there are a couple Denver, like double die
uh-huh.
Denvers.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, the only thing I found that was cool is let's see if I can find it here. Let's do 1969. That's all I got.
Good.
So Starika, who has 1965, I think might have won this round unless anybody else has something else to no, Michael had a 1965 as well.
No, I didn't have a 65.
Oh, okay, so Starika has a 65. And then we have Deadhead's got 2 error coins he showed. And is there anything else?
And
A
the other thing I
Copperell
got was
stepped out. Oh, I got 68 and a 69.
yeah, I just got 2 coins for my book, the 222s. The
Let's see
P&D.
here. You know, I got another 69. I have never rolled dimes before. Now I know why. Because dimes are boring.
You also
It's,
get a headache after you look through them because they're so small.
I got a 2020p, and I'm going to look for errors on that one just for giggles. Oh, Copper Owl's back. Let me get him a link. And yep, you're just in time, Copper Owl, if you have your paste. Here's the link to come back up. We are just finishing up our dimes, and so it's not too late to jump on in. Tells you got anything good. Right now, we've got Deadheads is currently in the lead with 2 actual error coins, and the rest of us are just comparing old coins and stuff. So in the second place is Starika, who's got a 65 dime. I would give him that. I got
65 and a
269s and
67.
68.
That's it.
Yeah. So, and there was, oh, there he is. Let me get him up here.
It was close, but no cigar.
That's what I was just thinking.
Well, I buy quarter rolls anytime I'm, driving through a different town, and I can go to a bank and just ask them for quarter rolls at random. I buy quarter rolls because I think they're interesting to go through, and I've got a couple books I'm trying to fill.
Go through all them towns in South Dakota. That is a
Well, see, there's a
hot
bar
spot.
in South Dakota that has they at one point, I don't know if they still have them. I've been meaning to go down there and see. They had a bunch of hand rolled half dollar rolls that they were selling.
Oh,
And they were old hand rolled rolls, and so all of them had like huge potential, and they were selling them for like, I think it was like $30 a roll or something. I don't know. But I thought that would be worth doing. That would be fun.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had nothing on
Mhm.
here, and I got 269s and a 68, and then I have a desk full of pennies or desk full of dimes that is making me sad because I don't have anywhere to put them. Oh, here. I know. I could shove them back in the roll, I suppose, because the roll's still here. We could do that.
That's what I'm doing.
We'll have to see if Copper Owl's got anything better on this. I'm thinking this
Yeah, it's
roll
all
of
on you,
dimes
Copper
might be
Owl.
my kid's next
So-
allowance. Because he can
so-
have $5. Here's your allowance, but they're all in dimes.
So what is my goal? What do I have to beat in the dimes?
You have to beat 2 error
two
coins
errors?
and a 65.
2 errors and a 65. Were the errors the proof reverses?
No,
Like
they
the
weren't.
70?
What were they?
They
No,
were
the
just
errors
dot
were,
chips.
one of them was the guy's hair was funky, and the other one had something on the bottom of the torch.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, I will do my best.
Yeah, you let us know if you find
Yeah, and
any.
I know nothing about dimes, so you could say, "Oh, this is the 4 split of the 6 or whatever," and I'd be like, "Oh, cool."
It, I know there's something to look at, but it's a lot less than most coins.
Well, see, like
Um,
I have a 98 dime in front of me that's got all sorts of, like, the president has acne, but I'm sure that's
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
not coming out of the mint. It's just that it just got, it was rode hard
Yeah.
all the way wet.
Well, one thing I failed to mention when we were looking at the quarters was anything 2009 is generally regarded as a bit of a find. They don't carry a real high premium, but they just made fewer coins that year all around. So anything in 2009 is kind of a nice thing to spot.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yep.
I'm just putting all the dimes back. I'm a little sad there was no barber dimes in here, or a Merc or something. Something to
Yeah.
make me happy.
So yeah, I'm ready to hunt mine whenever you're ready.
Yep, I'll grow you. You got full screen. We kind of just did it all at once. We just looked through stuff and we're like, "What do you got?"
Okay. Let me see if I can get things rotated here. Yeah, okay. Well, okay. That's a 19. I'll try and go
Tomek
through
says
these.
that he's been lucky with dimes. Out of the 20 or so he's gotten from his initial drawer collection, 2 are 1970D proof reverses and one was silver.
Nice. Yeah, the 70D proof reverses are kind of fun to find. I think they're on the 70s and the 70Ds.
Now, what does a proof reverse mean?
So in that year when they made proof dimes, the half of the, I forget if it was the hub or the I think it's the hammer portions of the die. The reverse die got used instead of the business strike die on some of them. And the way you can tell is back here on the flame. If it'll focus for me, I don't know that it will, but normally you see the back on those 70s and dimes, you'll see a lot of times it looks rather smooth on kind of there in the middle of that ball of flame at the top of the torch. But the proof reverses will have they look like they're two gouges in there, but it's just additional flame detail. And there'll be kind of they look like gouges. That's actually the detail, and that's how you tell the proof reverse from the business strike reverse.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Shannon Smith, yes, there are towns in South Dakota, at least 3. Just saying.
See, I know South Dakota very well. I spent a number of years in South Dakota, so there's not a lot I don't know about it.
Well, nice thing about South Dakota is we have all these little towns that were built up for the railroads, and then they sort of all just picked up and left. And I can often find little towns that I get permission to detect that there's nothing there left except for
There are
some old
tons of
foundation
area.
bases and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know hundreds of places I would love to go back and just wander through.
Yeah.
Well, anytime you want to send me a list of those places and maybe who owns them, that would be awesome.
I got a bunch of family that owns a lot of land that I would love to go.
Yeah, whereabouts?
Back
What area?
Out Belfouche area.
Okay. So what you do is tell me you're going to come visit, and I'll meet you over there. I'll bring you an extra detector. It'll be all good.
Well,
that would be fun.
There was a bank robbery that happened in Belfouche many, many years ago, and they got away, and they suspected that they buried the loot along the Bell River, right where my family owns land and ranches right now.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, we've been looking for it. We found all kinds of Indian heads
Mm-hmm.
or arrowheads and old coins from when they had the old rodeo and everything up on the hill. And
Now you should come out this summer and we'll go look, and if we find the treasure, we'll split it with your family. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be worth, because it would have to be old gold coins.
Well, the question there being how deep they have buried it, because detectors are only going to go 12 to 16 inches deep on the outside. Now, if they were in a hurry to get rid of their treasure, sometimes they'll bury things rather shallowly, but they'll place it along like a big rock or something, or even under a big rock. So
yeah, and the other thing is, I've seen that river in my lifetime flood unimaginably. So there's it'd be all luck of the draw.
So now I'm curious as to who's actually speaking right now, because we're all off camera except for Copper Owl. So I'm kind of thinking that it's, I don't know.
It's Eureka.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was Strika, because I was like, well, you're nearby, and it would be farther for anybody else to have family from Indiana, North Carolina, or Kansas. So I was thinking maybe, but yeah, if you want to take a few days off and drive over from Montana, I'll drive out from where I'm at, because it's about 6 hours out to Belfouche from here, and we'll hang out and look for treasure. It'd be fun. We'll do it all on camera.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I hope to be back there, move back home in a year or so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was thinking maybe this spring, when all the snow melts and the ground is beautiful, that's the time to go, when it's more conductive. But if not this spring, there's always next spring, right? I mean, it's not like the treasure's going anywhere.
Yeah, a lot of it's been there for, I'd hate to think of how long.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, I'm already starting to plan out places to go and things to do this spring, knowing full well that there's, once our ground is unfrozen, there'll be plenty of things to do here too. I just worked out my schedule at work where I took all of my booked appointments on Tuesdays and Thursdays afternoons, and I basically moved them. So I can now work. I work late on Mondays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm done by noon. And Fridays, about every other Friday, I think I might take the day off too. And I'll just make it up by working more the days I'm working. But
Mm.
that's the plan. Is I'm trying to make it so that I can go detecting a couple times during the week and not be just working like all the time, because that would be stupid. I don't mind in the winter, because in the winter it's cold here and there's nothing to do. But definitely in the
That sounds
summer,
good.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really have any significant finds here. I put two of them out here. This one looks like it's been kind of flattened on a couple edges here, like somebody hit it, and it created what I at first thought was a little bit of a die chip around
Are you
the
sure that's
edge.
not a hammered silver? I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, that's an 89 Denver that got abused, but probably the most interesting one of the bunch, unfortunately. And this one's a 96 Denver. I pull it aside, not because there's anything significant about it, but in 96, West Point Mint made a dime there as well for mint sets. And every once in a while, you'll find one out there. I've never actually found one, but pull the 96s aside and check for a W.
Okay, I'll have to make a note of that one too. See,
Yeah.
I am learning so much from you guys. That is actually
Yeah.
really cool. Okay,
That's-
so I think
that's
that
it.
Deadhead Coins won that round because he had the two heirs
Mhm.
and he had the wherewithal to actually look for them. And I sort of blew by them and went, I was kind of going through them really quick, going boring, 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 and kept moving.
Yeah.
So, pizza does
Congratulations,
sound good.
Deadhead.
Deadhead's Coins got
Thank
that
you.
round.
Yeah.
So right
Good
now we
job.
have Michael had round one, I think, although Copper Owl came really close. So I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
was close.
And, in fact, you know what? If we're just going to do a straight scoring thing, why don't we do it this way? We will give Copper Owl 1 and MLM 2 on that one. Because then
Yay.
that way, and then we'll give Deadheads 1 for this one. And so right now it's 2 to 1 to 1, and we're going to keep it up because we've got nickels up next, and then finally pennies. And Great Scott
Yeah.
says, think you'll make Tulsa this year. If you're asking me, I probably not, because I am trying to get out to Pennsylvania this year, and I already have 2 trips planned. One is to Texas with a stop in Kansas, and the other one is out to I'm going out to Iowa, in Illinois, and then Wisconsin. And I may actually be able to get over to Indiana and Lexington, Kentucky on that road trip. So I think my husband just might kill me if I pick another state. So I'm randomly going to Oklahoma too. I'm also trying to get out to Maine and Pennsylvania, and I looked at driving directions, and that is a really long drive. So I don't know how to do that yet, or maybe I might have to suck it up and try to fly, because it's it literally was 2,000 miles one way to get there. And I don't know. I gotta figure that out.
Where in Kansas are you going to be stopping?
Ellsworth, Kansas has a farm that was on Airbnb that's an old limestone farmhouse.
Okay.
And it looked really quite entertaining. And so I wrote to her to see if she'd mind if I go metal detecting in her yard. She said, no, I'd be real curious what you'd find. So I actually booked to stay over there for 2 nights, 3 days to kind of hang out. I get a full day of hunting, and then I guess when I get out there at night, the first night, it'll probably be too late to hunt unless I leave here like at 6 a.m. But the next day, when I leave, I can hunt for probably a couple hours. If I'm finding stuff the full day, I'll stay for a few hours. And then I'm going to drive down to Dallas, and I'm going to go hunting with Patty DeSharoon. We're going to go
Okay.
hunting in Mesquite, and then I'll be staying over in Canton where they're doing the Garrett Memorial Hunt. And I was going to book a night in Mesquite, but the hotel that looked pretty promising, I looked at their reviews, and they were like 8 out of 10. They had good reviews, but the one review that brought it down was that somebody said they heard a loud noise and went outside, and somebody had stolen their catalytic converter under their car. And I was like, great. So I'm not staying there. I'm just like, I can't stop halfway and then be unable to make the Garrett hunt because somebody stole my catalytic converter. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go
Interesting.
back all on screen here. There we go.
Yeah.
And so what I'm gonna do is hopefully be able to do those, and then on the way back up, there's an old railroad town in Texas that has a whole bunch of history and a whole bunch of bed and breakfasts, and I might be staying at a bed and breakfast on the way back up and go there too. And then there was one final place in Kansas that I can tell you the name of it. Let me pull it up. Or actually, you know what? I'll pull it up on my phone because of my Airbnb app. I have cabins near a lake in Kansas for the way back up because I can't. Driving 16 hours in one shot is really too far. So I booked things coming and going, right?
Yeah, I've driven 15 hours straight. It hurt.
Oh yeah, one time I drove to Vegas. It was 13 hours, and my friend was with me, and he doesn't drive, so the whole time he was like napping, and I was like swearing I would never ever do that drive again because it was awful.
I drove from Miami to the other end of South Dakota straight once for like 29 hours.
Oh,
you didn't stop at all?
No. Well, go to the bathroom and maybe eat every
fuel
10 hours or something.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that was the longest. That was, of course, I was 19, 20.
Yeah,
I could do anything.
Endurance was
you were
different.
hopped up on Mountain Dew the whole way, is what you're telling us?
Oh yeah, it was. We'll say Mountain Dew, and
we're just going to stick with Mountain Dew because we are a family-friendly show.
Yes, it was Mountain Dew.
Okay, my Airbnb thing is not logging in. I have to do it on camera. I will tell you though, because I'm curious. And then, guys, we're going to whip out nickels next and be hunting those and stuff. And I'll tell you the name of the other place too. I haven't figured out if I can change those dates. If I stop at this place in Texas, then I might have to mess my dates up a little bit.
Ellsworth, Kansas is not too far from Salina. I think it's probably maybe 30, 40-minute drive, and that's where I grew up.
Oh, okay. Is that where you live now or no?
No, I live in Kansas City area.
Okay. So the other place is Belleville, Kansas.
Okay, that's just north of Salina. So yeah, you're kind of hitting all around where I grew up.
Okay. You have any, does Grandpa still have a ranch out there I can go hunt?
Well, my uncle does, but he'd be pretty suspicious of what's up.
Well, you just tell him you got a friend coming out. She just wants to play in his yard.
Yeah.
That's why he would be suspicious.
Okay,
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, it's fine. I was gonna tangent into a story, but it's okay.
Well, what I was going to say is the place in Belleville, Kansas is on a pond, and it's owned by some minister and his wife. I think they started a church out there, and then they put tiny homes on the thing.
Oh, okay.
And they're right on some sort of a pond thing, and that I asked him about hunting, and he didn't say I could hunt in his yard, but he said that the park was right there, and that he thought that was fair game. So that was the thing on the way back up. It was just a night to stay just so that I'm not driving the full way. And then I was going to take my son with me, except for he's being evil because he is 13. So I just made arrangements for him to go to his dad's house for a week, and I'm having a vacation without him.
There you go.
I was like, you know what? All right. So let's see. We're grabbing nickels. And what we're going to do, instead of doing, you go, we are group hunting. Like we're all sitting around my table having a nice cold adult beverage and hunting. So we all get to look through our nickels and then just see what we got and then compare and contrast. Okay, guys?
Sounds good to me.
Oh, darn it. And I just unrolled. I pulled out my dimes again.
63D.
Okay.
You know what's worse than going blind once on dimes? Going blind twice on the same ones.
I thought I was grabbing my nickel roll, so I dumped it out. So I didn't have to.
Canadian.
Yep.
And Tomek says, why not take a train? And it's because there's no trains around here for anything. Trains are dumb in the U.S. And besides, did you see the train wreck with the, what was it? The train wreck with the toxic spill? Yeah, I'm not taking a train. There's Amtrak, but from here you have to, the Amtrak connection is, I would drive 2 hours to get to Aberdeen, and then they'd put me on a minivan connection to get to the Amtrak. And then I have no idea how it gets you anywhere after that.
I bet, Ro, you could just walk 2 miles, catch the track when the DM&E goes by, and that will take you to a major hub, either through Minneapolis, Chicago, anywhere you want to go.
No, we actually have
your sandwich, and
we have
it'll be okay.
A dead rail line through here, goes nowhere, and if you go down south by my husband's work, they have the petrol things get picked up there, but they are they're actually having train backup issues right now. And what's going on with it is that I think it was Biden had just said something about making it so trains could only run during daylight hours if they were toting hazardous materials because of the recent train wrecks. And so that's going to slow down the supply chain by a factor of 3. And unfortunately, ethanol coming out of an ethanol plant is considered a hazardous material. So they're going to have trouble getting anything out in time for there.
Oh my gosh.
And Tomek says that trains are literally the best method of transport, safe, fast, comfortable, and the most eco-friendly. And Eurail is amazing, but it's just not, Amtrak here is just not the same.
Yeah.
But I could look here. I'll tell you, because now you got me curious. I do know there's a northern route that you can get to Seattle along the north through like Montana, Idaho, etc.
Yeah.
But to get to Pennsylvania from here, I'm just going to tell you, because he's making it sound like I'm just not, I just don't know. But the point is that it just doesn't go where I want it to go. Let's see. So let's see. There is the auto train that goes down to Florida and back. That is actually a pretty cool train. Doesn't help me out though. Let me see here, and I'm going to share.
Run anything good yet? I haven't heard any exclamations of joy.
I found a Canadian 63, 264s, and some 2022s.
Oh, wow.
That's good. I got the one Canadian at 68.
You beat
me.
See,
there's no cross country. As far as that goes, there's no cross country routes for the Amtrak. So it's not, but I'll download that and look at it later just because we're going to go back to hunting right now because these guys are like, what the heck are you looking at the Amtrak for? Tomek. All right. I need to find
sidetracked for just a second.
I know it happens. I got to find my nickels real quick. I'm not open the dimes again because that was bad. You guys are like way ahead of me. Let's see. I need to find a Canadian. I heard that.
Yep.
And there's some nickels that are, I think it's the 2009 nickels that are the fancy ones.
2009.
What I really want is a war nickel. I think that would be really nice. Just saying.
2004, 2005.
Oh yeah, those are the.
Should I just palm a buffalo nickel right into this set because I got one on my desk, or that would be wrong, right?
Expedition nickels.
Yeah, Westward Journey nickel.
Westward Journey.
Yeah.
What's the Westward Journey ones?
The 2004 and 2005s.
Okay, I got the 2011 with the weird guy's face. This just got the new guy. And I got a bunch
The
of the new
weird guy.
guys. The weird,
That's
it's the weird looking
that's
Thomas
Thomas
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
I
He's
know,
the
but it's
weird
the
guy.
weird looking one.
He-
It's not
he's-
the regular one.
George was the partier. And
Yeah. He's so Jeffersonian.
Eh,
Ooh, I got a 1964.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you've got a 64 Denver on the Denver, there's a repunch mint mark you can look for.
Okay, where am I looking for the D
Um,
part?
It would be on the back on the right hand side of Monticello. And it's probably a little difficult to tell.
Oh, it is a D. Okay, hold on. I can go share
Yeah.
screen on this. Let's
I have
see.
yet to find one, and I've looked at a lot of nickels.
Share screen and window and
I
camera.
got two 64Ds.
Okay, so this one is a 64D. Now, what am I looking for?
You're going to want to go to the mint mark.
There's the D.
And I can kind of tell you right away it doesn't look like it, because what I look for is what looks like an extra, I guess, backbone of the D, and in the middle of it, and then at the bottom left where the curve meets the straight up part,
Mhm.
it would look like it almost kind of swings out a little bit.
Okay, so this one just
And-
looks squishy, like they beat it up a little.
And most of them will.
And there's nothing on the front that we care about other than the fact I have a green 1964D. So, you know.
Nope. Yep. Nothing too fancy about that one.
And so right here where the 6 is all weird, that's just coinware, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go back to seeing everybody.
Now this one, the 2005, where it's kind of that odd in between look on the front. If you got the buffalo on the back, you'll want to look for a die break that exists on some of them. It's called the speared buffalo. And it would kind of run from about the word of, right about there on the back,
Uh-huh.
and kind of go down through the hump on his back, through his stomach area, and it sometimes you'll miss it just looking at it straight on. And so if you find this, it's good to kind of rotate this and let the light catch it, and that'll help you find it if it's there.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yep.
Now, I have a super shiny nickel, but it's just because it's a 2021. I don't think that's special at all. I got a 63D as well, so, but it didn't have the funky D or anything.
Yeah.
I get to party like it's 1999. We got that.
Yeah.
A 64 and a 63. Now, who said they had a Canadian dime?
I did.
MLM and I. Yeah,
No,
I
no,
had one too.
Nickel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, nickel. We're on nickels.
He had the older one.
Oh, I thought yours was 64.
Mine's 75.
75. Okay, mine's 68. So yeah, I got the older one.
Okay.
I bet yours is in better shape than mine. Mine looks like it's got tar or gum on it.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yes, I love touching that.
Yeah, there's some things that's like you just can't undo, and that's one of those things.
I have 2
Mhm.
black spots on mine.
I got a bicentennial one. I
Oh,
did some bicentennial nickel special, even though they didn't think it was special enough to make a special nickel on the bicentennial.
right. I'm starting to think the second roll of nickels I got was actually better than this one.
When did you roll the second roll?
Oh, that was the one when I first got on and had them laid out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were playing with nickels on the sly?
Yep. Like I said, this hotel's been good to me. I gotta hunt them.
So what hotel are you staying at? Are you not going to tell us because everybody will run over there and start? Do
No,
they have like a casino at the hotel? Maybe is that why there's all the
no,
coins?
no. It's just it's a Hampton Inn in Livermore, California.
Huh. Well, that's
So
just random that they
yep.
would have these coins. And do they give you the bad look when when you go there and you say you want coins and they're like, "Well, crap," because they bought coins to give change to people, or do they not mind?
I always tell them odds are you'll get these back real soon. But yeah, there's a little bit of curiosity, but I mean, like by the end of this month, I'll have stayed here 35 nights already this year,
Do you get the
and
same room every time?
not necessarily the same room,
Oh.
but
Do you get frequent flyer points for this or frequent whatever?
yeah, Hilton has a rewards program, and
Well, there you
actually
go.
this week my wife took our three youngest kids to her mom's place, and her brother's staying there. He's there. They live in Phoenix, but they're just meeting in South Central Kansas, and so since it's a little crowded at our mom's place because he was there already, they're burning up all my points that I acquired.
Oh, there you go.
But they have a pool, and it's freezing cold outside, so they're winning.
Is it indoor pool?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. I actually booked a hotel for Canton because I thought I was bringing my son. I booked it this morning before I decided to kick him off the trip because I was trying to get a place at the hotel and everything else. But now that he is no longer coming, I am going to go back to staying at. I had an Airbnb set up, but when I wrote to them and I said, "Oh, now I'm bringing my son. Is there a way to put him on the floor in a sleeping bag or whatever?" And the guy's like, "No, it's a really tiny room." So now I can go back to that and get the cheap room. I got a 64 and a 63 and a 64, but nothing older. No more nickels.
On my desk, I happen to have a V nickel.
Oh yeah.
You have a V nickel on your desk, but did it come out of the roll?
No. It did not come out of the roll. 1911.
Well, I'll see your V nickel, and I will raise you a dateless buffalo. Just sitting on my desk. I bought these it was weird. It was on eBay, and they said I have these partial dated buffalo coins, right? And so I got them, and it turns out all of them had been run through Nicodate, where it actually damages the coin to get the date.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so that was not a great deal to buy that on eBay. But I'd gotten them. Actually, I guess I ordered them last year and I forgot about them. So I just came across them the other day and opened the envelope that had never been opened. And turns out that it's too late to give feedback on eBay for the guy that sold the Nickodated coins.
Well, that's okay. I had a acquaintance and another guy that runs a channel that he was selling some of his older bills that he had, like pre 50s dollars, $20, $50, things like that, and I'm going to have to take him to task a little bit because he was claiming that they were godless dollars.
What's a godless dollar?
So it doesn't have the words "In God We Trust" on it.
Okay. Did he erase them?
No. The thing is most of our currency before 1953 did not have it on there. It was not required by law. But Eisenhower in 53 passed the law to require it on currency, and then on coinage in 55 it became law. So all those 35 series dollars out there that don't have it on there, you can't really hype it up like it's something rare because none of them had it.
It's rare in that
It's
the still have a dollar that looks halfway decent that's that old, maybe.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the age thing, but to sell it as a godless dollar, it's just, it's like saying, everything pre 1909 was an Indian head. And I'm like, well, yeah, because they were all Indian heads.
Well, wait a minute. Is he selling them on eBay or on his channel? Is that?
No, he was just offering them to any viewer that wanted to sell them.
Oh, interesting.
Or to buy them, I should say. Yeah.
All right. So out of the nickels, who had the oldest Canadian?
I think that would have been me.
Yes.
Okay. When you guys say me and you're all talking at once, I cannot tell you.
The one showing it off.
Okay. Oh, Copper Owl's got the oldest Canadian. Can anybody see that Canadian and beat him? Does anybody think they have something better than the old Canadian?
That came out of a roll.
That came out of a roll. Yeah. I mean, I may have a gold coin laying around here on the desk.
Okay, well, that changed everything. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think Copper got that one.
Okay, Copper Owl's got that round. All right, so right now the score is MLM 2, Copper Owl 2, Deadhead Coins 1, and me, Big Fat Nothing. And actually, Starika's also got nothing. We're tied for last, which means we're both going to go on to the loser wheel when we're done.
Sweet.
Well, MLM, this is your chance because I don't have any pennies. So, anything interesting beats me.
Well,
I got a chance.
Only if he beats us.
I'm due for a win.
And now I can either hunt this roll of pennies that I got for the bank, or if you'd rather see a Ma and Pa roll of pennies, I have 2 of them left from that box. And we could roll that, but then I'd win. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, I bet
no, you guys want to see the boring roll of pennies, don't you?
That's sandbagging.
All right. We will go with the boring roll of pennies. But maybe when we're done tonight, if we have some time, we'll run over. Although, you know what? We got to look at the time. It is 9:33 or 9:53. We need to be back over at now I don't because I didn't get a duck, but anybody who has a duck has to run over and grab check the list and be toggling.
9:30, yeah.
They will be running that in about 20 minutes.
Yep.
But I'm gonna win this penny thing, and I'll still make it.
Oh, these are some ugly pennies. I'm sad you guys didn't let me look at the pretty ones. Honestly,
There's shiny ones here.
Okay,
those Ma and Pa rolls are pretty nice, aren't they?
They're beautiful. Okay,
yeah.
So I need to do. Let's see here.
I've got a Ma and Pa penny box that's waiting on me.
What is this worth? I have a buckshot penny.
Ooh.
It's worth 9/10 of a penny.
It's really ugly. Okay, not worth. It's not an error penny. It's just an ugly, big old buckshot penny. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is a Ma and Pa penny thing roll?
Can you explain that one, Copper Owl? Maybe not. He's unmuted. He's being muted.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep dropping these nickels as I put them back in the sleeve, so I muted so I wouldn't disrupt everything. But
do you want to tell him the Ma and Pa story?
Sure. So this older couple up in the Seattle area kind of caught wind that that there was this theoretical coin shortage back during COVID, and so they knew that they had been saving up a bunch of old coins in just like 5-gallon buckets, and they had many of these, and so they just started rolling things up and returning them to the bank. So one of a person that is a viewer of many channels, I will say, also banked at this place and caught wind that this older couple was bringing them in. And I don't know if he got a few rolls for himself and discovered that they were super nice, lots of wheat pennies, things like that. But he ended up getting a, just buying boxes of them that were being brought back in. And then I forget exactly how it worked out, but Pa from Pa's Spare Time made a deal with him to kind of have some exclusivity to them. And on Pa's channel, he would kind of sell 10 rolls at a time and open them for people on his stream. And that's kind of where they started to kind of gain popularity. And I don't know if that's how you got yours, Diggin, but
Yeah, he did an auction to benefit
yeah,
one of the channel members or something that was
okay,
having tough times, and I bought an
yeah.
entire box on auction for more than I'm willing to tell my husband I bought them for.
Oh, I don't blame you right there at all. But
And then we got to we were going to use them for a live stream, but then we were
yeah,
bored over Christmas, and so we started just opening them, and it's really
yeah.
hard when you open one not to open more.
Oh my
So
gosh, yes.
I did film part of it, and we will at some point. I'll release a video
Yeah,
if I did. But I
we
had taken 2 rolls out and stuck them down here, and I still have 2 rolls that didn't get
yeah.
eaten. The rest of them were all just piranhas, just around the table, opening like crazy.
Yeah.
Fun.
And to give you a flavor for why these are kind of wildly popular in the community, when I ended up striking a deal to buy a box, not on an auction, just private purchase. And I figured it was going to be a one-time thing, so I didn't mind spending a few bucks extra for it. And even looking back, what came out of it, I probably, you probably overpay for it, but it's still kind of that thrill that you get.
Right.
And I can remember exactly how many wheat cents I pulled out of it because it's just one of those numbers that is easy to remember. I pulled 365 wheat cents out of the box.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And when I say that, I mean, obviously if you pull that many out, you might find a couple of nice ones. I mean, I've got pages in a binder with wheat cents primarily from about the mid 50s to the late 50s when they quit making the wheat cents that look like they were made yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so nice. And there's silver in these things, and they've found Mexican gold. The giveaway that I did on Sunday for my shout out video was maybe not necessarily from those boxes, but it was the same thing that they have found in those boxes, a 2.5 peso 1945 Mexican gold Mikey. I think Rob Finds Treasure might have bought a box or two and opened them and found an 09S VDB wheat cent.
I'm going to show you. I got these all from the boxes, and we got 4 silvers, including a half dime. And then there's some of these, like they're actually like they're newly minted wheat pennies.
Yep.
So I don't know if you guys could see that well or not, but it's we got a bunch of new ones to go into my thing. We got some steel cents, which I can never find metal detecting because they come out like crap. But here, let me see. I'll share screen here. So we got this. It's a 1943. And then all these super shiny ones are 1937, I think it is, or 57, 1957D. All of them are like brand new.
Yeah.
And those all came out of the thing. And then this is my half dime, which is Canadian. And I just thought that was really cool. It's a 1917 Canadian half dime.
Fish scale.
And so, is it a fish scale? It's kind of hard to see because it's really worn on the other side. No, it's got a dude on it. It's got the dude.
Well, the fish scales had the king and queen.
Yeah, but at any rate, that was all coming out of those coin rolls. And then I have a wheat penny book I'm still trying to fill from the quarter hoarder challenge a couple years ago. And there's just some coins I never quite, found in the ground. So I've been backfilling them with stuff I've coin rolled. And yeah, it was fun. I mean, it was definitely entertaining, although,
Yeah.
overall, I don't know that it's lucrative to do it. It's more just for the entertainment value. Did you
Right.
say 1983s you have to weigh? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll set that one
Well,
aside.
82s you have to weigh. I'm sorry. 83s has something else to look for, but I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what it was.
Yeah. But it's I've been saving all these 83s because I thought they were copper, and that's not the case. So
Well,
that's good to know.
probably doesn't hurt to weigh if you find one that weighs 3.1 or close to it. Then you may have a little bit of a incorrect planchet.
Well, see, I need a different scale because I don't think my postage scale would be that fussy. I think
Yeah.
it's got to be a drug dealer scale, like something for weighing like little drops of, what is it when you're laying when you have like little like flakes of gold and you want to weigh those, you need that
Oh
scale.
yeah.
A jewelry scale.
A jewelry scale, okay. And that's something I don't have at present. But yeah, it's actually funny because when we dig coins and they're zinc, they fall apart so much. I mean, they're just garbage in the ground. And copper pennies, they still come out pretty nice when you dig them. Even if they're not a wheat, they're still, pretty decent unless they're coming out of a farm field. I got a 1982.
Ah,
And I thought the 82s were all copper, though. Why would you have one that's not? I mean,
Nope.
this is definitely a copper
That's
one.
a transition year. There's actually, if you fill a standard penny book, I believe there's a total of 7 different metal and small and large date combinations.
So how do you know which one's which?
So
This is an 82. What am I looking for?
yeah, so for the honestly, I usually pull up some files that I have on the large and small date to be able to remember what I'm looking for there. It's just too much for me to remember.
Do you see this? This one has the guy's got a dink in his forehead. That's like the shot mark. Just saying.
I was going to say that's the exit wound. Yeah.
Yeah.
But weight wise, the zinc ones that they transition to will weigh about 2.5 grams, and the mostly copper ones that they were transitioning away from will be about 3.1.
Okay. Well, this thing is definitely copper. You can just tell by looking at it. But it's yeah, I mean, I don't have any way to weigh it anyway, but it's definitely copper. And that's probably the best coin I got. And guess you didn't like my buckshot coin. And this one's got so much smudgy stuff on it, you can't even get the date off of it. But whatever that black stuff is, I'm not touching it. I can tell it's a 198. I'm like, nope, we're not scratching that off either. What about you guys? Did you find anything in your pennies?
I found some dumplings.
This is a whole lot. I'm a little sad you guys wouldn't let me hunt the other one. In fact, okay, I give up on these pennies. I'm going to concede losing, and I'm just going to open up the other roll anyway. But it doesn't count. It's just because
I found 2 Canadians, an 82 and a 98 Canadian.
Oh wow!
Nice.
So the 82 is pretty shiny. Or an 88, excuse me, 88 is pretty shiny.
Uh-huh.
Found one of the 2009 Lincoln in front of the Illinois Capitol, I think.
Oh, you got one of the ones that has the backs. Yeah, those are actually ones that
those professional life.
I give those to my son because he was born in 2009, but they're actually kind of cool.
Yep.
I did find an 83, a 78 D, 64, and 81. And the rest were shiny. 2022s. So 3/4 of mine was shiny pennies.
Okay, I found a roll of pennies. I don't know if this is the Mon Pa roll or if this is just a roll of pennies I had sitting there, because it has the same cover as the one I just bought, the one that I just rolled that was crap. So I don't know. I'm going to look through it though, just for fun. I think that Michael won that round. What do you guys think?
I'd
I
have
think
to
so
give it
with
to
the other one. All I found was like, well, I found like 6 or 7 copper pennies, but the oldest was 67. I didn't find no 2009 special ones or anything like that. I didn't find no
All right.
noodles like Copper Owl did. What a ripoff.
So, do you guys want to see what's in a Mon Pa roll? Because this is a Mon Pa roll. I'm pretty sure because I just pulled 4 coins out, and one of them is a wheat cent right off the top, and I kind of think this is a Mon Pa roll. Do you guys want to check it out? Because I'm opening it either way, but I'll share it if you guys want.
Well, if you're going to open it, share it.
All right, we're gonna go just for fun. This is one of those Mon Pa rolls that I bought, and I have 2 of these. That's a 78D. I don't know where the other one went, but I'm pretty sure this is, because they had a lot of like newer pennies, and then they would have older pennies, and this is the first 4 coins. I did get a wheat cent, and it's 1947S. And that, that tells me it is, because this was, I was filling my coins with S's, or my coin book, because they had S's. So, ooh, here is a super shiny 1956D. And it's
little blazer there.
Brand new. Look at that.
Yep.
So that one's beautiful. I was getting like 7 and 8 wheat pennies off of each one of these rolls when we were doing it. This is a super shiny 2004. Not so special. Okay, let's see. 97. It was just really random because it had like good and bad all mixed in together. It wasn't like when I buy the wheat penny rolls off of eBay, they're all wheat pennies and you hope you're going to find like an old one. This one is a 1966, so it's older, but it is not a wheat penny. Kind of hoping I'll find a silver on screen for you guys, because that would be super fun. 88. This one is 87. And that was kind of the way it was going, is that we would find like 2004 is not even old. And they all had these things together in there, like some junk drawer, I have to guess. And we got another wheat. So that's wheat number 3, 42S. And they had a lot of S mints, overall. I thought that was interesting. Because you said they were from Seattle. Yes, 74D.
Yep.
Kind of cool. What kind of noodles are there in those anyway? You're making me hungry. Or was that vending machine noodles, or did you order something from Uber Eats and they brought you food?
I got Grubhub, and they came from PF Chang's.
Oh, yum. Now I am sad. Okay, this is Canadian. I got a Canadian penny. And I don't know if maybe the year's on the other side, because I'm not seeing it there. Yeah, it's over here. 76. I got a bicentennial Canadian penny.
They don't care.
Okay, I got another 47S. So I got a nice looking wheat cent. And these things are not in bad shape. And just coming straight out, I got 2 more wheat cents in a row right out of the jar. So, or off the roll.
See, a bicentennial from Canada still has the Queen on it, and I'm not sure that she would consider it our Independence Day. It would be more like Treason Day.
Yeah, except she's dead, so she has nothing to say about it anymore.
Not anymore.
I don't know if my penny book is down here, because I'm wondering, this is a 36 nothing. And I don't think I might actually need that one in my penny book. But I think the penny book's upstairs. So I'm going to set that aside. But that's cool. because it's hard getting anything in the 30s or 20s, and 40s were like really proliferate. I mean, they just made so many coins in the 40s, and they're certainly easier to find stuff that's dug in the 40s around here. 64D, which is not a wheat penny, but it's old. Let's see what we got here, and then followed by a nasty looking zinc penny, 2001, and got another wheat penny. It's 1948S, and yeah, they were definitely like full of S coins more than anything. Like here, we dig most of the D's, but there it was definitely more S's. This is a really dirty, ugly something. 2000 whatever, 2001. We're not even gonna give it like airtime. 95, and here is a very shiny 1990. Yeah, my husband and I, we would open these rolls and we'd just compete for how many people. This is a 69S. That's kind of cool, even though it's not a wheat.
Now that one you want to look for doubling on the obverse.
Is the obverse the face side, the heads, or the tail?
Yes,
okay.
the face side. So up in God We Trust.
Okay.
And I can kind of tell you immediately it's not there because it's very pronounced.
Well, the eye, in God, the eye looked dragged down, but no, not seeing it.
Yeah, nope, it's not there.
Oh well.
That's one we always look for.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know. Now we have 72S. Do I want to look for In God We Trust? Nope, there's nothing on there.
I don't think that one has anything.
Then we have another zinc.
Pennies have a ton of errors.
It's just weird that they would have so many. Here's a 74. I'm just looking at the In God We Trust now to see if we can maybe just find one error while we're at it. Because I now have the good microscope on. 67. There we go. That's old. And I don't think so. I suppose I would know, right? If it was. And then followed by an ugly zinc penny. I'm just trying to get a date. Yeah, 86. Okay, this is going to be a wheat. I can tell by the color. 44S.
Yep, you can tell those are West Coast.
They're beat up, that's for sure. They're like smashed in. So that was one wheat penny, and here's another one right next to it.
Yep.
Oh.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, now you've got me craving P.F. Chang's, and they don't have that food out here. Okay, now I got a second Canadian.
That's cool.
$78. And this is, we're getting down to the very bottom. I got an extra shiny, and these are not old. 93 shiny. And I got 2000 shiny. I think that might have been it for something interesting. So kind of random. I think I got like 6 or 7. Here's one more wheat. There's another wheat. And it's a 1940 nothing. Or Philadelphia, technically.
Yeah.
And with gooey stuff on there. It's goobered. And then I got 2 coins stuck together, which just makes me sad. Let's get out of the roll. And it is, they're stuck together. And they're not coming apart. And the one side is a 81, and the other one is definitely a zinc. We're going to pry them apart because I don't know. And they're stuck together with some smoogie off of Lincoln's face. That's just unfortunate. And the smoogie was on the other side too. Okay, that was just nasty. Yeah, 95. Yeah, I think that was it. And I think overall, I had 2 old coins that were not wheats, and I think I had 6 or 7 wheats and 2 Canadians. Ta-da! There you go. So I think our winner tonight has got to be Mike MLM, because he definitely had the coins on. And that's, of course, just bragging rights, because I told you guys that that's what we would do. But I will put all of our contestants in a happy little race because I can. And we're going to put everybody in chat. If you guys are on here, we're going to go ahead
I
and
just want
do
you
that.
all to know that I plan on losing this race too.
Because you want to
Don't
be
let
on
get in
the.
my way.
Well, you know, actually, all you guys for playing my silly little reindeer games today. I think I'm going to put you guys all on the loser wheel tonight because I appreciate you guys hanging out on screen and teaching me a thing or two.
Not a problem.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, this is a great way to learn.
Yep. Diggin, you did pretty good on my shout out wheel on Sunday. I didn't quite make it to the end, but I think you're in probably the top third. You're muted.
There, is that better?
Yes.
Yep.
When I shut off the microphone, it really vehemently objected to it. It was like, didn't like the fact that I killed the microphone. That was let me see if I can pull up here. The Groovy Loser Wheel will get all you guys on here for playing my reindeer games tonight. And then we'll also run a race, because why not? And yeah, that was actually really fun. I just really don't think I want to do a lot more rolling of dimes, honestly. The dimes were not fun. I thought the quarters were good. The pennies, because it's really not expensive to get going on it. There's a thing to be had for that.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I mean, overall, what did you guys think?
I thought it was good. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
Quarters, nickels, and pennies are my best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, in the nickels, I don't know. Like the nickels were cool, but I don't know if I'd ever find like a war nickel or a buffalo nickel out of it, or if it's just trying to find one of the 2009 nickels is really the hot ticket there.
I probably find more buffaloes and like 40s and 50s dime or nickels than I find 2009s. So that's what keeps it interesting for me with nickels, and I have a bit of a nickel series that I'm way overdue for putting a new video out on, but not the next one, but the one after that I put out. Yeah, there'll be a good find on there. I promise you. I can't spill the beans yet.
We're going to get you guys all into a race because you've been so supportive of my channel. I'm going to let you guys race, just the 4 of you, and the winner's going to get a Diggin' t-shirt. So we're going to do that just to thank you guys for being up here today. And then we'll do a race for everybody for a spin on the prize wheel too. But I think that I think actually that you guys were amazing tonight, and it was really fun to hang out with you. And even though I was like the big loser for the night, as far as, the only thing I could do is whip out a Ma and Pa roll so that I could redeem myself with, look what I got, right?
Yeah, so I was clearly the loser. I want everybody to know that.
I don't know. I mean, I think I was down there like.
No, you pulled out that mom power roll, so that clearly puts you
okay.
ahead of me.
Yeah.
That was just the neener thing. It's like, yeah, okay, so my bankroll sucked, but here, look what else I got.
So it was a 5-way tie. We all got to spend time doing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I got a bunch of coins going in my change jar, so
there you go.
I am going to put you guys on here and let you guys duke it out in an old school. I don't know, duck race, really? Okay, that's what I picked. We're going to go ahead and pick a 1 minute 111 second duck race. And good luck. Now we're missing was it Edward should be
Edward,
here.
yes.
Yes, he should be here trash talking it. But
Oh
I got
yeah,
to tell
yeah.
you, Copper Owl looks like a banker. I don't know what that outfit
Oh
is.
my
It almost looks
gosh.
like, Silicon Valley banker.
Ugh.
Says
Yeah.
Make
Banker
Costa
or
Rica,
butler.
naked
No,
deadheads, and
Not that one.
a definite like wallpaper zigzag Malamute warrior. Let's see who swims fastest.
Oh, if I run a bank, I'll run a bank better than that.
Oh, you think? I was actually watching some of that, and there's some bank runs going on internationally right now. It's not just
Huh?
what's going on in the U.S. There have been
Yep.
a lot of bank runs in Africa and stuff. So it's interesting to watch the stuff. And
Oh
price
yeah.
of silver jumped about $1.20 the other day, but it's
Mhm.
calmed down a little bit. And Brad
Yep.
Welch is in the house. Good to see you, Brad. And Chu is here. Appreciate you guys hanging out tonight.
Yes, I have not hardly said anything to chat. Hello, everybody.
Well, anybody who's in chat tonight, guys, we're gonna get a race for everybody together. It's been sort of just a nice little hangout night
Oh,
tonight.
MLM.
MLM Warrior, congratulations! So, Michael, you have a T-shirt coming, and you have your choice whether you would like to have a rooster. I'll show you. I'll show you. This is my new rooster shirt, and I had just ordered some, so I have some coming. And they got the bullet and the digging chicken chat.
Okay.
Or you can have a straight bullet shirt. I have those. Email me, tell me what you like, and I will make that happen for you along with your shirt size. All right?
Okay. All right. I will do that.
Sounds good. Now we're going to get a
Thank
race
you.
going. Oh, you're so welcome. And I know I got Tomek and Chu in the house. Anybody else, please comment. We'll get you in the race. And this is for a spin on the prize wheel. And then we guys, oh, wait a minute. You guys got to go over to who's got a duck in the race because it's 10:22.
I do.
You got to go check the race real quick and see if they have the list posted. In fact, let
10
me go
minutes
over there
to
real
go
quick.
on the duck race.
Okay, all right. So we have just enough time.
Yeah, 9 minutes and
Yeah, we
26
got-
seconds.
All right, we're gonna do a 1-minute race for a spin on the prize wheel, and we got Tomek D, and I got you guys in here. Let me check participants real quick and see if I need to add anybody else in. If you have not been, let's see. Oh, and I still have, yep, I got Dwayne Norvell needs to be added as well. So we'll do a quick little mini duck race, and you guys get a spin on the prize wheel. And appreciate you guys all being here. So this is 8-way race, and we're going to see what happens if I do a 33-second race. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to make sure you guys all get over there for coining around. We will go over there together. We'll tell them digging. Tell them a digging, whatchamacallit, a raid.
Dig and raid.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Okay, now we got Brad Welch's surgeon duck. Chu is, I don't know what that is. That's like wild duck. And somebody's bear duck, Copper Owl's bear duck.
Oh.
Now Copper Owl's not bear duck, but now I've got, oh, look at this. We've got YMCA guy going on here. All right, we're going to run this one. Good luck.
Share screen.
Tomek's a pirate. Deadhead Coins is a panda.
Share
Choose a
screen.
naked duck. Oh, sorry. Share screen. Like that. Sorry. Dwayne Norvell is a surgeon. Brad Welch is a witch. YMCA duck just fell off screen, so I can't tell who it is. 11 seconds. He's coming back forward. Tomek's a pirate. And it is MLM Warrior is YMCA duck. And it's getting down to 3 seconds left, and I believe it's going to be Copper Owl.
Copper Owl.
Congratulations, Copper Owl.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Congrats.
Copper Owl. You get a spin on the prize wheel, and Chu, you get added to the Groovy Loser Wheel. And we didn't do Loser
That was
Wheel
the
on the last
closest
one,
I
but
come to
then
winning all
honestly,
night.
since MLM won, that means that, well, I don't know who was last. So you guys all got on the Groovy Loser Wheel for hanging out tonight. Okay, so then we're going to just go to my page. And Copper Owl, we're going to give you a quick spin on the prize wheel. And you have to give me your address in Kansas because I'm not going to try to chase you down in California.
Yeah.
Do that, and then we'll head on over and we will do. Hey, Luterate just came in. Good to see you, Luterate. Go super prize thing. And super spin. All right. Good luck.
Thank you. I never win these things, so this is cool.
You're welcome.
One tonight.
And you get a 9/11 copper round, and that's the one, the
Ooh.
9/11 memorial thing. So I'll
Oh,
get that out
wow.
to you.
I am
And
loving that.
those are beautiful. I'm trying to see if I have them here to show. And I might, if I go screen. I
I'm
won't
a
give you
sucker.
the one. I won't give you the one that I'm touching because you're gonna shriek that I'm touching it. But here you go. This is the 9/11 20th
Oh, wow.
anniversary copper
Yeah,
round.
that's nice.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
I am a
And
sucker for those.
I will give you one that I haven't. I have like clean ones that I haven't just marred by touching them without gloves. We'll leave
Sounds
that one
good.
out. So
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
oh, you're so welcome. Just send me your address and let me just put up my I am detecting at gmail.com. And then if you guys want to show your pretty little faces, we'll find the link and get everybody over to the Who's a What's It's. Let me see. We got to find. I've got to open YouTube Premium and find Coining Around real quick, and we can get everybody a link over there so you guys can go head over and hang out. And I appreciate you guys coming and stopping in. And
You bet.
if this is something you guys want to do again, I was thinking it'd be fun to do, like, I don't know, maybe once a month or find a nice little weekend time when we're not out digging and detecting and stuff. I think that would be cool.
I bet
There's
this
5
would be
minutes
something that
left.
could really grow.
Yeah.
What?
Everybody
Yeah, I
get
think
a
it would
roll
be.
this and that and get together and check and see.
Well, and you know what I can do for you guys if you want is I can actually co-stream this to everybody's channel simultaneously.
Oh, that's cool.
If you guys are interested in doing that and stuff, let's talk and maybe set up a time where we can do this. I basically told people anybody who wants to hunt, even if you don't want to go on screen, just grab the rolls anyway and hunt around the table. Like you can, people don't, they can hunt along either way. And we're going to do Dig and Raid over to Coining Around. Let me put the link up to that.
Yep. You got about 4 minutes to go.
There's the link for that as well.
There's Starika.
No, Starika's got to go first because he's got to say one-man raid, right?
He is the one-man raid.
I already did the one-man raid at the beginning of the stream. I'm always there for opening.
There you go.
They know I'm coming.
The problem is I missed getting my duck today because I was working. I was trying to get the rest of my calls done, and so it was just not good. But I am right now. I'm trying to wrangle a 10-day vacation at work by getting all my calls done and then scheduling everybody not to talk to me for the right after Easter through like the following week. I'm like, I even told my boss, I'm like, so I got a vacation plan, so I'm just scheduling everybody around it. And I didn't tell her it's a 10-day vacation. I just, and technically it's like 4 days one week and then 2 days the next. It's 6 days. But I'm refusing to come back. And so I basically am just not booking the next couple of days too, because I don't think I will actually be ready to come back at that time.
You got to recover.
Yeah.
I used to fly to California and I would throw away my return ticket about half the time and then have to get another ticket to get home eventually. Yep. I would be like, the whole idea of getting on plane on schedule is a problem for me. Just saying, it's just one of those things I don't do well. So I don't know. I think it was really fun hanging out with you guys tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. I want to do this again. If you're interested, I would love to do this again. Maybe next month after I get back from Texas, we'll find a weekday night or a weekend night, whatever works for you guys. Email me or comment on the video and let me know when's best and we'll figure out what to do. But and I think next time I would love to do is maybe a 2/4 2-nickel. What do you guys think? Either 2/4 2-nickel or 2/4 3/4 2-nickel, maybe. And screw the dimes. They were boring. What do you think?
I agree.
That'd be down. Yeah.
And we could do pennies if you wanted. We could add pennies in there. I just
Mhm.
honestly, the pennies, I bought a bunch of wheat penny rolls, and I rolled a whole set and realized the guy had seeded them and only gave me 1940 wheat pennies, and I
Yep.
returned them. I bought them from eBay, and then I returned them as defective. And when
Yep.
they asked why, I said because he said they hadn't been searched, and there's no
Right.
way statistically to open up 6 rolls of wheat pennies and not get a single one that's not in the 1940s.
Right.
And he actually accepted my return and gave me my money back.
That's good of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was really bad of him to be conning these off as unsearched
Well,
because it was like
sure,
that.
sure. Yeah,
So
he just knew he got caught.
yeah, and I have
Yeah.
2 other boxes of wheat pennies I bought from other people on eBay, and I have yet to run through and search them and see if they're also scamming me. So I
Mhm.
should have done them sooner because I think they're past the return window now. But either way, I told them flat out. I said, I've got a YouTube channel and I'm going to coin roll hunt, and we're going to compare how different sellers sell stuff. And so, if they had the balls to give me bad, bad wheat pennies at that point, I mean, it's more to it.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're going to raid on over. You guys head on over to Coining Around, and good luck. I hope everybody gets like their duck on a winner. And other than that, I appreciate you guys being here. And I'm going to say
Yeah,
goodnight to
this was
everybody.
fun.
All right,
Thanks,
you guys
everybody.
take
great.
care. We'll catch you soon. We will have St. Patty's Day trivia Friday night with some leprechaun races. Probably going to be a late night stream. And then don't forget that Incognito has his 1K giveaway on Saturday. And then Copper
Okay.
Owl is streaming on Sunday. Is that right, Copper
Yep.
Owl?
Yep. I got word today that my bank got me a box, so
That is awesome.
Sweet.
I'm used to
All
getting
right.
2, but lately they've been able to get 1, so I'll take it.
Hey, at least they got one. Now, is this a
Yeah.
box of halves or quarters?
That's halves.
All right. I have a box of halves supposedly coming from my bank. I asked for one and she gave me the look, but I think she's supposed to order it now. First time she didn't order it. And I came back and I said, "Where's my halves?" And she says, "Oh, you meant you wanted them?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's why I ordered them." and then so now supposedly we got some coming. All right. Guys, race is over. You guys got to head on over. Thanks
Yep.
everybody for coming. Deadheads Coins.
Deadhead
Great
Coins,
Scott.
great Scott.
Tom McD, appreciate you. Dwayne Norvell, Copper Owl Coins, Deadheads Coins,
Coins.
Starika and ML
Starika
Lawyer,
and
thank you so much. And I'm going to call it. So see y'all soon. Take care.
Good night.
See